229 Morrill Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PurieFamilyDentistry.com.
The Liberty Flames thanks Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with businesses to offer cloud, security, voice and data technology, and connectivity solutions. Segra provides these broadband and data security solutions throughout the Mid-Atlantic and Southeast and can be reached at segra.com. Segra, a proud underwriting partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Game is over, but we're just getting started with the
extremely talented. Obviously, he's recruited apparently in high school too. He went to 3 high schools, so really recruited hard by everybody in college, and he's really been a great addition for their team. He just looks like a natural quarterback back there. I know he's put a lot of hard work into it, but boy, he can throw. He's got good poise, good command, and he can make throws. A lot of guys wouldn't even probably think about trying.
Defensively, they're strong at every level. Defensive end, they always have good linebackers at Nebraska, and you like their safeties.
Yeah, the safety group is really good. 3-8, and then 2 seems to be like a catalyst for him. Veteran guy as well. And he's kind of a linebacker / safety, and he's always around the ball. I mean, just always around it. Smart player and really hustles every play and does a good job there. And then the rest of the story to me, you got to sort the 2 guys inside, 0 and 9. Have played a lot of football for them, and a couple of years ago they were young guys just trying to figure it out. They were okay, but last year they played really at a high level, and this year they're both outstanding players. So you can tell they're seniors. Boy, if you can't find a way to try to neutralize them or at least control them a little bit, it's going to be a tough day, and a lot of people have really struggled.
Hawks are giving up 196 passing yards a game, but last week gave up just 129 at Maryland. And here's a stat you want to hang on to. Iowa plus 11 in turnovers this season. They've intercepted 16 passes, so game on. Kirk Ferentz brought to you by Hulganics Midwest. Hawk fans, enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's all-suite hotels, the Homewood Suites and Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Relax in spacious suites with a free breakfast, a 24-hour fitness room, pool, hot tub, and more. Perfectly located for your Hawkeye visit. The Homewood Suites out in the Iowa River Landing and Home 2 Suites by Hilton out near the Coral Ridge Mall. Thanks to our good friend Michelle and her staff at the Homewood Suites. Pat Anger is up next with his keys to the game. The former All-American middle linebacker is on deck. The Whiffles Hybrids. Hawkeye Huddle rolls on after a brief timeout. This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
For Iowa pig farmers, caring for animals and producing nutritious pork for our neighbors is more than a job. It's a way of life and a proud family tradition. It's also the foundation for our strong communities. The Iowa Pork Producers Association connects you with some of the hard-working Iowa families who share your commitment to animal care, environmental stewardship, and our communities. Meet the people behind the pork and hear how we care about Iowa too. Learn more at iowapork.org/WeCare.
US Cellular introduces Us Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection, so dinner sounds less like this and more like this.
That's so cool.
Visit in-store or online to set up Us Mode. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us.
Hey Iowa, it's George Kittle, tight end for the San Francisco 49ers and proud former Hawkeye. Life can throw unexpected hits, much like catching a pass over the middle. If you're facing struggles with drug or alcohol use, or even mental health challenges, take a time out and call Your Life Iowa. Just like my teammates are there for me, the Your Life Iowa team is there for you. Get 24/7 free resources or find treatment options at yourlifeiowa.org.
A message from Iowa HHS.
If the Hawkeyes win, you win at Buffalo Wild Wings. Score 6 free boneless or traditional wings for a Hawkeye victory. And don't forget to watch the game at B-Dubs, your home for college football this season. Only valid at Iowa locations. Rules and restrictions apply. Visit HawkeyeSports.com/BWW for more information.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. Whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond.
This is the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Whiffles Hybrids, quite possibly the best hybrids you can buy. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Kirk Ferentz. Support Iowa's corn farmers by pumping up with Unleaded 88. Fuel your drive to the game with a clear choice at the pump. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, greener, and homegrown. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Let's go Hawks.
Upgrade game day with Hawkeye Village, presented by Navigate Wellbeing Solutions. Get game tickets, an exclusive pregame game party, all-you-can-eat drinks, and more. Limited availability. Check out HawkeyeSports.com/Hawkeye-Village. Hawkeye Village, presented by Navigate Wellbeing Solutions.
In the heartland, where ambition thrives, there are those who are made, and those who are made for more. Just like the Hawkeyes on game day, Kloss, a leading producer of ag equipment, unleashes the power of ambition in the field. Discover why our cutting-edge machinery and unwavering support aren't just a promise, they're a commitment to your success. Because at Kloss, we know you are made for more. Visit your Kloss dealer or CLAAS.com.
Welcome back to Kinnick Stadium with another trophy on the line. The Hawks have lost one and won a pair of trophy games, hoping to make it 3-1 when the smoke clears tonight against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Pat Anger's keys to the game are sponsored by Summit Agricultural Group. The Summit Ag Group, Summit, committed to Iowa and adding value to Iowa products. Corn, beef, hogs, ethanol. Go Hawks, says Summit Agricultural Group. Bruce and Nick and the crew are on our side tonight. What's first on your bullet list there, buddy boy?
Well, I'm excited about this one. I'll tell you what, it's going to be, with the weather, it's going to be a tough physical ball game. Whoever can win field position, whoever can control the line of scrimmage, that's who's going to win the game. Dylan Raiola, he's not afraid to take shots downfield, like Coach mentioned. He's playing like a little savvy vet. But when he struggled, it's with pressures and disguised coverages. So we've got to win first and second down. He's only thrown 2 touchdown passes on the road. So our X Factor today against a young quarterback is going to be our amazing fan base, making themselves heard. Defensively, teams have had success with play action against them, due to the fact that they're so aggressive. Luckily, our play action is better than anybody. Ty Robinson, their D lineman, somebody we got to get a hat on for sure. He's a stud. Now, Nebraska, they're playing well, right? Coming off a big win, seniors, it's your last game in Kinnick. This is how you will be remembered. That's what Coach Norman Parker would always say. You're going to be remembered by your last game in Kinnick. Put it on the line today. Go out on your shield. I mean, I'd give up anything to play one more game in Kinnick with my 09 team. So, seniors, don't leave anything on the field today. Don't have any regrets.
You've been there, senior night. One last trot out of the tunnel in the swarm to back in black. Nothing better.
Nothing better, man. And you're going out there and you know you're going to get in a fist fight with your boys. And that, dude, there's nothing better than that, man.
That's Pat Anger, and he brings you his keys to the game each and every week. Thanks, Pat. Summit Agricultural Group is our sponsor. We thank Bruce and Nick and the crew up in Alden and Iowa Falls. Bruce founded Hawkeye Renewables, an ethanol company that became one of the largest ethanol producers in the country. Those plants are all operational today in 4 Iowa communities. They are POET plants, employing Iowans, buying corn from Iowa farmers, and helping to fuel the world. This is the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. When it comes to selecting your seed corn partner, you've got a choice to make. At Whiffles, we've made a choice too, a choice to remain independent, a choice to remain farm family owned, a choice to stay American. So when it's time for you to make your choice, make a statement. Plant your independence, plant Whiffles. We're right back in a minute with more of the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. This is Hawkeye Football from Learfield.
Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? At Athletico, our movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Get started today by scheduling a free assessment at athletico.com. Proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have Happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer.
The big game. Family. Friends. We know you count on Alliant Energy to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need, whether you're watching the game, cooking your famous burgers, or leaving a light on for loved ones. For us, it means going beyond the expected to make sure we're planning for the energy you need today and tomorrow. That way you can keep your eye on the ball and focus on what's most important to you. Find out more at alliantenergy.com/poweringbeyond.
This is the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Whiffles Hybrids, 100% seed corn, 0% bull. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
Our mission at Oakdale is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oakdale is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hampshire Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakdale.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hey Hawks, Lucy Olson here. Now's your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa student athletes like me to support charities throughout Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. Let's make a difference, Hawkeye Nation.
All season long, our starting lineups have been sponsored by Mid-American Energy. Working together is how you win. That's why Mid-American Energy's roster of wind, solar, and other energy sources works together to keep your service safe and reliable 24/7. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. It is traditional on Senior Day. Instead of the starting Hawkeye lineup, we give you the seniors. There are 24 of them playing their last here at Kinnick Stadium tonight. One more trot out of the locker room, down the tunnel to Back in Black and the Iowa Swarm. And let's give the names to you in alphabetical order. They have left it out on the field for the last 4, 5, or 6+ years. Y.A. Black, 6'5", 317-pound defensive tackle from Marshall, Minnesota. Sebastian Castro, the 5'11", 205-pound grad senior from Oak Lawn, Richards High School in Chicago. Jeremy Chaplin, 6'6", or 6'2", 285-pound offensive lineman from Waverly Shell Rock. There's Connor Colby, the All-Big Ten right guard, 6'6", 310, from Cedar Rapids, Kennedy. Deontay Craig, number 45, stalwart at defensive end. Iowa keeps coming up with these terrific defensive ends each and every year. Deontay has been a starter for a couple of years plus out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Nick DeYoung starting at right tackle tonight for the injured Jennings Dunker. Nick has played center, guard, tackle. He's played everywhere. He is interchangeable. 6'6", 307, Pella High School. Luke Elkin, who's been steadier than Luke Elkin, 6'1", 230-pound senior long snapper from Neenah, Wisconsin. Tyler Ellsbury, speaking of interchangeable, multi-positional player, the 6'5", 315-pound lineman from Byron, Illinois. Eric Epinesa, the younger brother of AJ, the senior linebacker from Glen Carbon, Illinois, and Edwardsville High School. And there's Kyler Fisher, been a demon on special teams, spot duty, cashback, linebacker. He's been all over the field on defense out of Farmanville, Iowa, Southeast Valley High School, 5'11", 230-pound linebacker. Jamari Harris wrapping up a great career at Iowa, the defensive back from Chicago's Montini Catholic. Jamison Hines, senior defensive back from Humboldt. Way to go, Jamison, 6 foot 205. Jay Higgins, the All-American linebacker. We'll hear from Jay at halftime out of Indianapolis. Shelley and Roy Higgins very proud of that young man as well. They should be. One of the great linebackers in the history of Iowa football. He's kept that middle linebacker tradition going. Ethan Herkett, what a year he's had. Couple sacks last week, 6'3", 260-pound defensive end from Cedar Rapids Xavier. Nick Jackson, the grad transfer from the University of Virginia, 3 years all ACC as a Cavalier. He's going to be all Big Ten for back-to-back seasons here at Iowa. The second leading career tackler in Iowa football history out of Atlanta, Georgia, the 235-pound graduate student. Logan Jones, the senior all Big Ten center from Council Bluffs, Lewis Central. Luke Lachey, saying goodbye. Grew up in Columbus. He's been a Hawkeye and is a Hawkeye for life. The 6'6", 250-pound senior from Columbus, Ohio. His dad is here tonight. Jim Lachey, a great player at Ohio State. Hayden Large, the graduate transfer student from Dordt College by way of Hudsonville, Michigan. He is a fullback and a tight end. He's an H-back, and he has been very valuable to Iowa this year, especially with the injuries at tight end. Andrew Lynch, the junior academic-wise, but his final year is a tight end from Dowling Catholic. Quarterback Cade McNamara, you know about Cade, transferred in from Michigan, from Reno, Nevada. There's Mason Richmond, the 6'6", 312-pound senior. He's been throwing his weight around that offensive line over the field for Hawkeye fans and teammates, leaving it on the field. And he's the young man from Leawood, Kansas. He's a Kansas native, but he's a Hawkeye for life.
You know, for this class, it's just one last opportunity to go out there together and, you know, finish the season on a strong note for sure. And, you know, all the things pointing to Friday night are great. You know, you got the rivalry, you got the night game, you got, you know, it's senior day. There's so many emotions going on, and at the end of the day, it comes down to our mentality, and I think we're going to be ready to go. I came up here and understood, you know, what football really meant, I think, on another level. So, you know, being able to be a part of them and, you know, out there playing as hard as I can to, you know, help them enjoy the rest of their weekend, you know what I mean?
Mason Richmond, we know exactly what you mean, Mason. All Big Ten a year ago. He's played in 54 career games here at Iowa. Quinn Schulte in his first year at dental school out of Cedar Rapids Xavier, the outstanding safety. Caden Weegan, maybe the best punt returner in the Big Ten. He's number 2 statistically after a brilliant career at Williamsburg High School and Iowa Western Community College. And Alec Wick, the 6'1" senior wide receiver from Iowa City, Regina. Those are the Hawkeye seniors. For Nebraska, the keys offensively you need to know about: quarterback Dylan Raiola, the freshman from Georgia, 2,400 passing yards, 12 touchdowns. Dante Dowdell is their primary running back, but they've got 2 or 3 guys they'll hand the ball off to. They have 3 receivers with 35-plus catches: Ja'Cory Barney Jr., Jamal Banks, and Isaiah Nayer. And a tight end, Thomas Fedoni from Council Bluffs, is solid out of Lewis Central. He's got 30 grabs on the year for 300 yards. Those are the primaries on the Nebraska offense, and those are the Mid-American Energy starting lineups. Thank you, Mid-American Energy, for being there with the Hawks all season long. This has been the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Whiffles is the only seed brand focused exclusively on corn. So what? I'll tell you what, at Whiffles, we don't worry about selling equipment, chemicals, fertilizers, or soybeans. We only worry about one thing: helping farmers produce the best possible corn crop. Because Whiffles wins when you do. So when you think corn, think Whiffles. The Hy-Vee coin toss is coming up next, as well as tonight's game with the Hawkeyes and the Huskers from Kinnick. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Are you ready to take a sweet trip down memory lane? Come on, let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Craving those fresh, oven-baked cookies like Grandma used to make? The Quickery's got them, baked with love and a touch of that old-fashioned goodness. In a rush? Grab a muffin for just $1.19. A perfect on-the-go treat. From glazers to cake donuts. Indulge at the bake sale. So what are you waiting for? Treat yourself, only at Quick Star.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
This is the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Whiffles Hybrids, fiercely independent since 1946. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield. Today's agriculture demands expertise, and no lender delivers more ag expertise than Farm Credit Services of America. More than simply having the financial products and services you need to do business, we have the knowledge and commitment to help grow your business. From financing the next season to growing the next generation, we work to achieve your goals. We're Farm Credit Services of America. Call 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Hey Hawkeye fans, this is Pat Anger with IHMVCU Credit Union. If you're not scoring 4% APY on your checking account, you should be. My teammates at IHMVCU Credit Union are ready to set up your 4% APY checking account and help put you on a winning path to financial success. Come see us at our Moorhill Road location or visit us online at ihmvcu.org/Hawks to start earning the rate you deserve. That's ihmvcu.org/Hawks. Federally insured by NCAAF.
Hey Hawk fans, ready to elevate your game day experience? Introducing Daydreamer Cannabis Infused Beverages. Made locally in North Liberty, Iowa, Daydreamer is your all-natural, low-calorie lifestyle beverage made with real fruit. It's light, healthy, and alcohol-free. Just what you need to keep you relaxed when the game heats up. So grab yourself a Daydreamer. Sip local and dream big. As always, enjoy responsibly. Visit us online at enjoydaydreamer.com.
Iowa Hawkeye football on 1040 WHO is brought to you in part by Beaver Creek Golf Course, Farm Credit Services, Mershman Seeds, Burger Shed, IMT Insurance, Iowa Bankers Association, Gilchrist Jewett, Great Southern Bank, American Equity, Machine Shed, Tournament Club of Iowa. Show your support to our local Iowa radio business partners and support those who support the Hawkeyes.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network, you've been listening to the Whiffles Hybrids Hawkeye Huddle. Whiffles Hybrids, fiercely independent since 1946. Hawkeye football is on the air. Brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye football. By your local Ford dealers. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Mid-American Energy. Call 811 before you dig. It's the law. Visit midamericanenergy.com for natural gas safety tips. Pioneer. What's next happens here since 1926. Shields, proud partner of Iowa Athletics. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa football. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. Now, let's join Gary Dolphin and former Hawkeye great Pat Angerer for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half.
Introducing the seniors, Luke Lachey, all Big Ten tight end. grew up in Columbus, Ohio, in the shadow of the Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium. Dad Jim was an All-American lineman for the Buckeyes. Luke is his own man, though, and with Dad and Mom's blessing, he wanted to be a Hawkeye.
When I made the decision to be one in 2019, it was, a great day, and it's definitely surpassed my expectations. I'm blessed, to have chosen to be an Iowa Hawkeye and to be able to play in Kinnick Stadium with all the fans in there. It's been a great feeling and something I'm very proud to say and be a part of. And I'm just looking forward to this last one. My mom has maybe missed, 1 or 2 games over the last 5 years, and my dad, this is special that he'll be able to be here. I'm, really looking forward to seeing them and just spending time with them.
Boy, we're going to miss that number, 85, Luke Lachey. But, we say that every year about Iowa tight ends, don't we, Pat?
We're lucky. We do have a pretty good group of them, but Luke will be somebody that we will miss extremely well.
The whole family, a class act. 40 games, 71 receptions, 8.5 yard per catch average, 4 touchdowns, and that's missing most of last year and a good chunk of this year with injuries. Really a class act. Luke Lachey, one of the tight ends. And now let's enjoy our national anthem on senior night with the Hawkeye Marching Band as Iowa concludes another successful year here in storied Kinnick Stadium. Looks like not a seat empty. This is who the Hawk fans are. Doesn't matter what the temperature is, they're coming out and support their team. Now let's support our country and join in the national anthem with the Hawkeye Marching Band.
Our national anthem.
Spectacular sight. The fireworks, national anthem, Old Glory waving in a 30-mile-an-hour gust.
I love that song so much, man.
Yeah, who doesn't, right, buddy boy? Throughout the football season, we thank our friends at J&M Displays for providing fireworks and pyrotechnics at Kinnick Stadium all season long. Learn more about J&M Displays and your event. Find employment opportunities at jnmdisplays.com. To the center of the field, and Rob Brooks has tonight's coin toss courtesy of Hy-Vee.
And to our captains, Schulte, Higgins, Lachey, and Jones. Honorary captain, of course, Ed Miles. And the official tonight, the referee, is Chris Coit. Elliott Brown will make the call for Nebraska.
Heads, tails. What is your call? Tails. Tails. It is tails. Nebraska's won the toss. Nebraska's going to defer their choice to the second half.
So you heard it. The Cornhuskers win the toss, elect to defer. Let's get things going with that Hawkeye offense. Crowd starting to get into it, Dolph. And as you mentioned, they always show up, don't they?
Boy, do they ever. I mean, it's amazing, as chilly as it is in the season ticket fan base and all other comers jammed into Kinnick Stadium here tonight. Maybe the top row where you're fully exposed to those winds and the icy cold on the east side of the stands. Winds out of the north-northwest at 15, gusting to well over 20. But they're here, and they're loud. The Hy-Vee coin toss courtesy of Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye football. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Pioneer is proud to be a partner with the Hawks and the Nebraska Cornhuskers for the Pioneer Heroes Game, recognizing and celebrating local heroes, citizen heroes from the great states of Iowa and Nebraska. Thank you, Pioneer. Well, I think it'd only be fitting that since Nebraska deferred, that Caden Weegan, who now is a finalist, one of 3 finalists for the Jet Award, which goes to the top special teams player in the country annually, named after the Jet, Johnny Rogers, who is a former Husker and a great one at that. It's only, I think, fair game that he returns a kickoff for a touchdown.
Jet's a good name for Caden Weegan, too. Yeah, let's hope they kick it to him. Let's hope they kick him the ball so we can see him work.
Nebraska will take the wind. And they, like Iowa, with a very good kicking game. Brian Busini averaging 63 yards on his kickoffs, 46.5 yards punting. He and Reese Dakin are right neck and neck. Here's the run-up. We're underway on senior night in Iowa City, and Weegan, a yard deep, is going to bring it out. 10, 15, 20. Gets a couple really good blocks across the 25 and across the 30 to the 31, 32-yard line. Terrific return, even better blocking.
That was a beautiful kick-out block on their contained guy. He was able to get to the right and gain some yards. Really good starting position.
Trying to see who threw that lead block.
It was Max White.
Of course.
Mad Max. We got a couple Mad Maxes on the team. 1st and 10, 32-yard line for Iowa. Connor Colby out there leads the charge of the offensive line. He's talking to Nick DeYoung all the way. Remember, DeYoung starting for the injured Jennings Dunker, I should say. And Jackson Stratton all the way up under center, Logan Jones. Nebraska with 4 on the line. They fake the toss sweep. Caleb tries to cut back left to right on that inside stretch and nothing. In fact, he might have lost a yard as Nebraska crowding that line of scrimmage right away.
Yeah, I think it was a broken play. It looked like either Stratton went the wrong way or Caleb went the wrong way. But we're lining up in 12 personnel. We're saying, hey, we're going to run the ball on you.
Mikai Bayer, the middle linebacker, got there first. A loss of a couple. So it's 2nd down 11. Almost 12 for the Hawks. They wing tight end Estringa behind Lachey to the right. Actually, Lachey now comes to the left. In motion is Gill, the tailback. Straight ahead running Caleb Johnson. Nothing there. They're going to dare Jackson Stratton to throw the ball into the wind, and why wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what you're going to do with a young quarterback, and that's what we're going to probably do to them as well, too.
John Bullock, the outstanding senior linebacker from Creighton Prep in Omaha, allows but a yard gain for Caleb Johnson. Ball just beyond the 31-yard line. Call it 3rd down 10. Hawks in the opening series. Opening possession of the game from Iowa City. Hawks with their black uniforms, the big wide gold stripe down the pants, black helmets, and the Tiger Hawk decal. Nebraska with the road white and red. They're showing blitz. Here they come. Stratton looks downfield, now throws it to the safety valve, Johnson, and he gets to the 33. That's a gain of just 2 or 3, and Nebraska gets a 3 and out on the first series. Marquise Buford, the safety, had contained and was spying on Caleb Johnson all the way, the junior from Chicago. And here comes Reese Dakin out for the first punt into a stiff breeze.
Yeah, definitely need to change some field position here. 3 and out. But hey, good thing by Stratton right there, not pushing it downfield, not forcing it, taking the check down, taking what the defense will give you. Live to fight another day.
Ja'Cory Barney, who's averaging about 5 yards per return, is standing at the 22. Fair catches a little shaky, trying to measure that win, but Fair caught it at the 23-yard line. That's where Nebraska puts it in play, 1st and 10. And one of the Big Ten's very best defenses at turning other teams over, trots onto the field. Hawkeyes are plus 11, and the team has 16 combined interceptions on the season. That's the most since 2021. And they're going to be spying on Dylan Raiola a lot. Looking at his eyes, as Phil Parker says.
Yeah, for sure. One thing that's interesting when watching him on film, he'll take shots on 1st down. He doesn't care. He'll throw it deep. It doesn't matter. So it's a lot of opportunities for our guys in the back end.
He's in the gun to start the first series. Dante Dowdell, the tailback. And he is going to throw on 1st down. Whips it out to the left flat for a short gain. And that was the tailback,
Dante Dowdell, he's caught 8 passes on the year. He's capable. Rushed for 565 yards, a 4.5-yard average. Nebraska goes no huddle, but they're not a hurry up. Wide receiver splits wide to the right. That's Isaiah Nair. He's got 32 catches on the year. They spread the ball around. Second down, call it 8 after a gain of 2 on that short flat route. Straight ahead is Dowdell, and he goes maybe for a yard or 2, gets to the 27, and he's bear hugged by Jay Higgins and Nick Jackson. The linebackers cut him off at the pass.
And that was a really good read by Jay Higgins right there, playing off Deontay Craig and coming downhill, making a good tackle on that run.
Emmett Johnson was the ball carrier, not Dowdell. Johnson out of Minneapolis. They use both guys regularly. Nebraska 43% on third down. That's spectacular, but they've been coming up 3rd and short all year. Right now they're 3rd and 7. Back to pass. Raiola up and caught. Great catch across the 40 for a first down. Boy, good coverage by the Iowa cornerback. DJ was all over the receiver, but the pass caught. A terrific catch by Jamal Banks. He climbed the ladder to get that.
Yeah,
and a big gain.
Turned it into a jump ball. He got up there and he made a really good play. Coverage was great. Just it's tough when the guy's 9 feet tall.
Yeah, Deshaun Lee with a phenomenal coverage. I mean, he had single coverage out there in the Nebraska sideline, and an even better catch by Banks, who is 6'4". So it's a first down, gain of 14. Back to pass, Raiola again. He's going for it all, and he's got a man open, incomplete. Overthrew him down at the Iowa 20. Again, they're picking on Deshaun Lee, but that was good coverage.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad they threw it there. They had a deep over route that was wide open. So luckily he overthrew it to the wrong guy.
Jalen Lloyd ran 60 yards, but couldn't catch up to that pass. Wind aided, and the wind got under it. Made it a little goofy. Back it comes to the 40-yard line of Nebraska. Second down and 10. 10:50 to play. First quarter just underway in Iowa City for the Heroes Trophy, the Hawks and the Huskers. Diamond formation. 3 receivers tied tight to the tackle. To the wide side of the field, single receiver to the left. They're going to run the ball, and on a cutback, there's a lot of room for the tailback. First down, Iowa territory. Still going at the 40-yard line. And that is Emmett Johnson, the sophomore from Minneapolis. They crossed Iowa up there, Patrick.
Yeah, essentially just your inside zone, and there was a gap open. They had a guy come back and cut off our D end and opened up a pretty wide gap.
Hawkeyes tracked him down in heavy traffic, but a big gain of just shy of 20 yards. First and 10, 41-yard line of the Hawkeyes. Nebraska on the move with its first possession. Didell throws, caught in between the corner and the safety. When Schulte whacks the tight end out of bounds, but deep in Iowa territory now at the 21-yard line. That was Nate Borkacher. He and Fedoni have been sharing duties at tight end. There's 19 on that pickup.
Yeah, and a 7 route there, and what they did is they did a good job of setting a guy in front of our corner, so he couldn't sink back in to help on that 7, and a really good throw and catch.
Hawks went 3 and out to open the game. Nebraska now is on the move. They've run a half dozen plays, taking it from their own 23 to the Iowa 21. Out of the gun, they run a sweep, trying to get outside left, and not much room is Ramir Johnson. He's the third tailback used in this series. 200-pound senior from New York City, right out of Harlem. He's very, very fast at 5'10", 200. Ramir Johnson got a yard to the Hawkeye 20-yard line. 9:20 to play, first quarter. First period moving along because of this Nebraska drive. A big third down and long conversion at the other end of the field has fueled this Nebraska run here now to the Iowa 20. No score, just underway. 9 minutes to play in the period. Tight end goes in motion. Raiola does a draw handoff to Johnson. Emmett Johnson took a look left inside, then tried to cut it back right and got 5 yards. Jay Higgins tracked him down at the 15, but a big play here, third down and almost 4.
Yeah, and they lined up with just a guard tackle to the weak side, and they motioned the guy back and forth, and ended up being really overloaded to that strong right side and tried to get a push there.
Luke Lindenmeyer, the tight end, was in motion, took some coverage of the Iowa defense that way. Big play here. Nebraska 43% on third down and 76% in the red zone with 25 touchdowns, 35 attempts, 35 trips. Third down 3. Hawks try to get a stop right here and force the field goal. Empty backfield. Raiola throws, caught, but a crushing tackle at the 14-yard line by the All-American Jay Higgins as they ran a short crossing route with Isaiah Nair, and boy, did he pay for it.
I can't emphasize enough how good of a play that was by Jay Higgins. They're 4 strong. They line up in a bunch near, so they're bringing 4 guys that strong side with a bunch of crossers. For him to be able to sift through there, like that's a big-time play by a linebacker.
Nair ran right along the line of scrimmage. He was the underneath guy, probably the third option, and Raiola dumped it off to him, and Higgins was right there. No gain. Here comes the try for field goal. John Howell is 9 of 13 on the year. It'll come from the 21. It's a 31-yard field goal attempt, right hash. Kick is on the way. It is good, just inside the right upright. And Nebraska, off its first drive, gets points with 7:28 to go in the first period. But the Hawk defense rises up in the red zone thanks to All-American Jay Higgins and limits the damage. Nebraska 3, Iowa nothing. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Treat yourself to one of our award-winning entrees at the Machine Shed. Come get your hands around one of our famous pork tenderloins, our most popular sandwich. Served either deep-fried golden brown or unbreaded and grilled. Or try our roasted stuffed Iowa chop that is stuffed with a warm apple raisin dressing and glazed with an apple whiskey sauce. Trust me, you won't regret it. This is Jeff Grunder, and we can't wait to have you over for dinner at the Machine Shed.
I-80 in Hickman Road, Urbandale, and I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
Every day, you're out there, up before the sun, and pushing forward before the chaos of the day settles in. At Great Southern, we're right there with you because we understand the need for trusted support. Having a team that is seasoned, agile, ready, an award-winning team that knows their customers personally and is behind them at every step. There to assist you, inspire you, and echo your inner dialogue in those quiet moments. Keep going. Whether you're getting ready to meet the day or working on something big, we're your team. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC.
3-0 Huskers out of the gate halfway through the first period. Welcome back to Kinnick Stadium. Gary Dolphin, Pat Anger, Rob Brooks down on the Hawkeye sideline. We'll get Rob's first report of the evening shortly, courtesy of U.S. Cellular. Nebraska, on its opening drive, uses 10 plays to go 64 yards. Gobbled up 5.5 minutes of clock, but had to settle for the 31-yard field goal by John Howell. And now the kickoff coming up, Brian Busini. Legion with a nice return on the opening kick of the game. Brought it out across the 30 from a yard deep in the end zone. Let's see if he can improve on that, which was very good to begin with. Wind stiff out of the west-northwest. Nebraska with the breeze here in the first quarter. Here's a high end-over-end kick that Legion's going to bring out from the goal line. 10, 15, 20. Tripped up at the 23 and falls forward to the 25, where the Hawks will put it in play there, 1st and 10. Mickey Bayer downfield to make the stop for Nebraska. Also up off the bottom of the pile is Vincent Shavers, a freshman linebacker. So the Hawks just need to move the chains, get settled in, get some first downs here, Patrick.
Absolutely. Let's get the ball moving. Let's get it spread around. Try it outside. Obviously, they stuffed it inside in the first series.
Gill splits wide to the right. Hawks have twin receivers to the wide side. Anderson in the slot there. Going to run Caleb to the outside. He cuts it back. He's grabbed and stuffed for a 2-yard loss. Not a good beginning for Caleb Johnson, and this is the Nebraska game plan. Make Jackson Stratton beat you through the air.
Yeah, watch boot or play action here. I got a feeling this is kind of what we'll go to, test their aggression.
Bayer, the middle linebacker, and Ty Robinson, that outstanding defensive end. He's got 6 sacks on the year among 30 tackles. The 310-pound senior from Gilbert, Arizona. Hawks are going to need to make a play in the air here. 2nd down and long again. 2nd down and 12. Stratton to throw, caught over the middle. Tight end Luke Lachey gets the loss of 3 back plus 5. He's up to the 30-yard line. A serviceable 3rd and 4 for Iowa.
Yeah, good little spot route, and that was a get right down right there, and really good job. 3rd and 4, 3rd and manageable.
Stephon Thompson, Long Island. Nebraska recruits all over the country. Historically have. Hawks are 44% on 3rd down this year. Tight end Estringa goes in motion. Bowie is out there at wide out right. They blitz late. Stratton's going to go for it. Single coverage has Bowie out there, and he couldn't quite catch up with the pass. Deep fade route to the Nebraska sideline. Stratton had good muscle on that ball, just beyond the reach of Jariet Bowie.
Yeah, great protection by our guys up front. They pretty much sent everybody there, played zero coverage, and looked like Bowie got a little bit tied up there, but it's there.
The Southern Cal transfer Sierra Wright was running in coverage with Bowie, but Bowie had a step on him.
Yep.
But at 3rd down, or now 4th down and 4, the Hawks will have to punt it away again. Reese Dakin standing at his own 15. Got into a good one the first time. Here comes the next one. It's a low wobbler and fair caught at the 35-yard line. So Nebraska has good field position again as Ja'Cory Barney ran underneath that one and guided it into his belly button. We'll step out, take a break here. It's Nebraska 3, Iowa nothing. 5:55 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Hawkeye Football from Kinnick, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Each year we honor a new hero in the Pioneer Heroes game. From teachers to firefighters to everyday people in your community making a difference. This year we're honored to recognize Principal Dan Marburger, who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect the students at Perry High School. Pioneer Heroes game will be a special day recognizing Principal Marburger and all the heroes in the Perry community. We invite you to share a message about a Hawkeye hero in your life by using hashtag Pioneer Heroes game on social media.
People are having a hard time containing their excitement about the new Holiday Scratch and Instaplay tickets from the Iowa Lottery.
Holiday tickets? I love these!
Especially when they find out you can win part of over $1 million in second chance cash prizes when you enter any holiday ticket in the Iowa Lottery's VIP club.
$1 million? Woohoo!
Yes, woohoo indeed. Cash prizes are coming to town from the Iowa Lottery.
Woohoo!
See rules at ialottery.com/VIP.
We know you're a fan, but is Hawkeye pride in your blood? Here's your chance to prove it. This season, Abbott and the Big Ten are kicking off the largest blood donation competition of our lifetime to fight one of the worst blood shortages in a generation. Simply visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up for the We Give blood drive and help settle once and for all that the Hawkeyes give the most spirit. Again, visit bigten.org/Abbott to sign up.
Hawkeye football from Kinnick Stadium, senior night. Final game of the regular season. Iowa trying to improve on a 7-4 record. Nebraska 6-5. Nebraska with the early momentum, a 3-0 lead. And now after a 34-yard punt, another 3-and-out to start the game. Back-to-back 3-and-outs for the Hawkeye offense. Nebraska has the ball back after a short punt by Reese Dakin into the win. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line of Nebraska. Dylan Raiola, 4 of 5 on the first series. Pat, 37 yards. He's spot on, at least early on.
Yeah, he's done a really good job since his new offensive coordinator took over. And, he's really smart with his passes and hits his checkdowns and all that stuff. Pretty impressed with him.
Dante Dowdell is the tailback behind Raiola. You speak of Dana Holgerson, a Quad City native.
Yeah, all the best ones are from the Quad City.
He grew up in Davenport. Moved to Mount Pleasant, attended Mount Pleasant High School. About the time that Hal Mumme and Mike Leach were coaching at Iowa Wesleyan.
Legends.
Indeed they are. Let's see if the Hawks can get the ball back here quickly. Good push by that Nebraska offensive line, and Dowdell plows forward across the 40 to the 41. Y.A. Black holding ground, but that was a good move by the middle, good push by the middle of that Nebraska offensive line.
It looked like we hit him after about 1 yard and pushed him about 4 more yards.
Ben Scott, the center, leading the way. He's out of Arizona State, or transferred in from Arizona a couple of years ago out of Honolulu. Henry Litvowski and Justin Evans are the guards. Gunnar Gatula, Bryce Barnhart are the tackles. Raiola to throw on 2nd and 5. Lobs it to the sideline. Oh, he had a man wide open, but threw it out of bounds. Is that Fedoni? Yeah, Thomas Fedoni, the Council Bluffs Lewis Central 4-star recruit from a few years ago. Got behind the linebackers and looking to see, TJ Hall, the left corner, got caught up inside as well. And let's not let that happen again. 3rd down 5.
Luckily, he tripped him enough to where he stumbled out of his break.
3rd down and 5. The ball at the 41. And here's Raiola with one running back, couple tight ends, couple receivers. He's looking to the wide side. Hawks get pressure on him, and down he goes. A sack from behind, and give it to Ethan Herkett out of Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids Xavier. Now there's a pile up down there. I don't see any motion by the Hawkeyes that they have the football, but boy, what a good bull rush that was.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, it looked like, was it Deontay Craig or was it Herkett who got through there? That was
Herkett gets the first Mershman sack of the night. That's 3 in 2 weeks for him.
Just a lot of effort by those guys, and really huge on 3rd down to get off the field.
Max Llewellyn stunted inside. That he got right in Raiola's kisser, and that forced him to hesitate. He tried to scramble, and by then Ethan Herkett had him wrapped up. So Nebraska will punt after a 3 and out. Brian Buschini lets it go from his own 25. Here's Weegan at the 18-yard line of Iowa. Sidesteps a couple white jerseys, gets to the far side. Now turns it upfield. Gets a block. Around the corner he goes. He's upfield across the 40, 45-yard line. Caden Weegan does it again. He's one of the best in the country at it, and he showed why right there with great change of motion, and then he turns the Jets on.
That man is magical. And what I love about this is there are a lot of opportunities for our guys to hit Nebraska in the back, and that's a lot harder not to do than it is just because sometimes you just want to get him right in the back. But we did a good job. No clipping, no blocks in the back, and Weegan's making magic happen.
He started on the Iowa sideline and ambled his way across the field, and from the 18-yard line took it out to, they're going to move him out of bounds at the 42-yard line of Iowa. That's where the Hawks start in a minute. This is Hawkeye football presented by Wellmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Learfield.
Cover more ground with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick, featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration, and handling with cargo and the strength to haul when needs hauling. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get more done right with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Check out Kubota's winning lineup. Visit KubotaUSA.com to find your local dealer.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
4 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the first quarter here in Iowa City. Nebraska leads Iowa 3-0 as we head to the latter stages of the first quarter. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Go around the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa football. Rob Brooks update throughout the evening. As always, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Rob?
Well, Dolphy, you can imagine not everything is working 100% down here, as they've been struggling with the replay monitors. At the start of the game, didn't have really anything. Weren't sure if they were going to have any video. They've got some of it working, but not all the camera angles that they would normally be used to. So hopefully that doesn't come into play. And also, all the Powerade and water down here is frozen. They'll have to head to Plan B.
Here it is, late November. Here's a toss sweep to Caleb Johnson, and his first positive rush of the night goes for 4 into the Nebraska sideline. Toss sweep to the short side of the field. Caleb can get there in a hurry.
Yeah, and they've done such a good job up front stopping us inside, and great blocking. Good job getting to the outside quick on that toss.
Ball just across the 45. Call it a gain of almost 4. Deshaun Singleton, the defensive back, prevented further advance. Hawks go multiple tight ends. Stratton to throw, and the pass deflected at the line of scrimmage. You know, for 6'4", he does have a low throw trajectory, and he's got long arms, but that Nebraska defensive end, Jackson telegraphed that one a little bit. He batted it down. Now it's 3rd down 6.
And what I'm seeing on that, which is pretty cool, is their safeties really bid on that play action. So that's going to be open. It looked like we did have that slant there. So their aggressiveness might, hopefully it will come back to haunt them.
Either John Bullock or Jamari Butler, the defensive end or linebacker, got a piece of that ball. So the Hawks have 4 wideouts, a double slot, empty backfield on 3rd down and 6. And now we've got, looks like a neutral zone violation on Nebraska's James Williams. He's got 4 sacks. He came charging across the line of scrimmage.
Outside in the neutral zone, causing the offense to false start. That's number 90. 5-yard penalty.
It's on James Williams, the sophomore from Parksville, Missouri. He went to Iowa Central Community College, and Mason Richmond's not going to stand up on his own there. No. He pulled up to make sure he wasn't going after the quarterback. And the Nebraska players, of course, pointing it was Iowa's fault, but not so. So that helps. 3rd down, a little more than a yard now for Iowa as the Hawks approach midfield near the 46. Johnson back in the tail position. And they have sent a receiver in motion. Actually, it's Jazz Patterson, and he's going to be short of the 1st down. Hawks ran right into the middle of that Nebraska front on 3rd and about a yard and a half. Now it's 4th down. He got a yard, so 4th and about a half a yard. What do you do here?
Well, if I'm coaching my 5th and 6th grade team, I'm just going to score. I'm going to score a touchdown every time. So we never, we never have 4th down.
You know what Ferentz is going to do, Coach, is not 3 minutes to go 1st quarter. He's going to err on the conservative side and try and pin him back, especially when you have a defense like Iowa.
Yeah, a game like this, possessions matter and field position matters. So let's pin him back and make a play.
Isaiah Castaneda is back to receive this punt. He's their short field guy, and another short punt by Dakin into that wind. Castaneda ran out across the 10 to the, it's like the, they spotted at the 18-yard line. He was standing at the 5 when Dakin's let that punt go. So a short punt by Dakin into the breeze gives Nebraska the football back. Iowa's had it for 3 possessions and nothing to show for it. 2:47 to go 1st quarter. Hawkeye football is brought to you by Iowa Corn. We grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for livestock, food for families, and clean burning fuel for your next drive to the Iowa game. Drive clean with unleaded 88. Support Iowa's corn farmers. Go to iowacorn.org and pump it up with unleaded 88. 3-0 Nebraska late in the 1st period. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Hi, this is Hawkeye coach Kirk Ferentz. My players know that success is not a given. There will be challenges, but with hard work, there are no limits. For years, Iowa farmers have believed in that too. Farmers are the backbone of this country, and their dedication to bringing us food and energy has never been more important. That's why we're proud to wear the America Needs Farmers logo on our helmets. Join the Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau as we celebrate America's farmers. To learn more about ANF and pick up some great ANF merchandise, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Hi, this is Joe Mershman from Mershman Seeds. Substitutions cost you money. Why take their seconds when you can have our first choice? Here's Ben Pieper to tell you more about Mershman Power Core Enlist Corn.
After 3 years, we've never been more confident in the germplasm that's behind the Power Core Enlist trait system. And when we enhance those genetics with Mershman Seeds starting line corn seed treatments, you are off to the races with some of the highest yielding corn hybrids you can plant today.
Contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer and ask them about Power Core Enlist Corn. From Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're excited to bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on our fan favorites, Easy Eddie and Citrus Surfer, while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join us at any of our 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Nebraska will start from its own 17-yard line. 1st and 10 with 2:47 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Huskers here at Kinnick on senior night and Heroes Night. Dan Marburger, the longtime principal at Perry High School, shot and killed last January protecting his students. They've got a great Dan Marburger hero collection of authentic brand apparel out there if you go to authentic-brand.com. All proceeds from any sales of Dan Marburger apparel goes to support the student food bank at Perry High School, the Perry schools. 1st and 10 for Raiola. Play fake. He's going to try and set up a screen. Does. And it gets it to the tailback, and he gets away from the would-be tackler, and he's shoved into the Nebraska sideline. I think it's a first down run. It was Emmett Johnson who's been effective here early on. He's the smaller, quicker back, the backup to Dowdell. Raiola had all kinds of motion on where he was going to go with that. They get 9. He lobbed that pass.
We actually read it. We read it really well. Looks like Schulte read it really good. Just a missed tackle.
Quinn got an arm on him but couldn't bring him down. So it's 2nd down and short. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to run to the right and busting through for the first down and 5 more yards on top of that. His tailback Dowdell. Beg your pardon, Ramir Johnson. Tell you, they're running tailbacks in there right and left. 1:50 to go, another first down. Gain of 5 yards on that play. They're going to run straight ahead again, and it's Johnson again. He gets across the 35 to the 37. Get that running game going. Boy, that makes Raiola even more lethal.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they're peppering it. It's like the jab, right? You throw that jab, then you set them up, and you know, they are having success. What I'd like to see, you know, and I don't know if we're doing it, but I'd like to see us stunt the line of scrimmage when they're lining up in that bunch or that wing, so our linebackers don't have to play so fast and they can play the cutback.
It's a gain of 5 more. He got 4 yards before a black shirt got a hand on him. Jay Higgins in there with black. Now it's 2nd down 5. Raiola, deep drop. He means he wants to throw deep. He's grabbed and spun down. Another great play off the edge by Ethan Herkett. The last couple of weeks playing like a man possessed.
And very few better than Ethan Herkett. Very few that play with that amount of rage. And he just ripped outside. And he even got held and made a heck of a play. That is so huge.
Streaked in there like a vapor trail, and grabbed quarterback Raiola, spun him down at the 29-yard line. That's the 2nd Mershman Seed sack here in the first quarter, and it's Ethan Herkett at the end of both of them. Big loss back to the 28-yard line. Now it's 3rd down 13 after a loss of nearly 8. How liberal will Nebraska get here? Empty backfield. They're going to throw a short flat route, and that's going to go for maybe 3 or 4. Boy, the Hawkeyes had that all covered up. Xavier Wampa with a great play.
Perfect. Really good job keeping the ball in front of you, getting off the field on 3rd down. And what I love is that this early on, this has shown that if we can get them in that, 3rd down type pass, our D-line can beat their offensive line.
2 big sacks by Herkett as the first quarter comes to a close with Nebraska on top by a count of 3-0. Ramir Johnson got just 2 or 3 on that short flat pass. Hawks had it all covered up, and Xavier Wampa closed in a hurry. Big tackle. Senex is proud to celebrate University of Iowa football. Fuel your fandom with your favorite snacks from your local Senex station. Hawkeye Pride, powered locally. We're all going to do the wave from Kinnick Stadium to the kids across the street on the 12th floor, the top level of Children's Hospital. They're waving back, and a sold-out crowd. What a sight here on Saturday night in Iowa City. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield.
When you live in the Midwest, you're accustomed to leading the nation in certain things, from corn and pork production to eggs and soybeans. And now we're adding another product to that list: clean, renewable wind energy. By investing in wind turbines and partnering with area farmers and landowners, Mid-American Energy is harvesting wind power that's homegrown right in our very own backyard, which not only provides customers with low, stable energy rates, but also the support to make our Midwest communities safer and stronger.
Pioneer brand Z-Series soybeans are bred to defy expectations, so it's no surprise they're getting rave reviews, and that has more than farmers talking. In fact, a grain elevator wrote, "Sweet mother of pearl, trailer after trailer of Z-Series. It's never ending. We need a break." Safe to say, everyone is feeling the impact of Z-Series soybeans. Unleash your greatest harvest yet at pioneer.com/greatest yields.
I'm Nick Jackson. I play linebacker here at the University of Iowa. On the field, I stop the run, I make the tackle, I drop in coverage.
3rd down 11. Straight back to pass to Sullivan. He's running for his life. Down he goes. That's a loss of another 6. Nick Jackson.
Off the field, I help my body's defense by choosing vaccines that are right for me. Ask your doctor or healthcare provider which vaccines are right for you.
A message from Iowa HHS.
Nebraska facing 4th down as we start the second quarter. Huskers leading the Hawks 3-0 here at Kinnick on senior night. Black uniform night. Beautiful night. Other than the weather, a little chilly and the winds gusting out of the northwest, but that hasn't impeded the crowd turnout. Sold out. I think every seat is filled for as far as you can see, with the exception maybe a couple hundred empty seats way up on top. A U.S. Bank scoreboard is in order here before we go to the second quarter. Minnesota this afternoon throttled the Wisconsin Badgers 24-7 up in Madison. Impressive performance by the Gophers. The Badgers will not be going bowling for the first time in over 20 years. Big win for P.J. Fleck and the Gophers. Here it is 3-0 Nebraska over the Hawks. Iowa women's basketball will play later down in Cancun against Brigham Young. Hawks won last night to remain undefeated. NFL football this afternoon. Kansas City wins another close one, but the Chiefs edge the Raiders 19-17. Other football finals: Boise 34, Oregon State 18. Colorado ranked 25th, walloped Oklahoma State 52-0. Miami of Ohio over Bowling Green 28-12. Ohio beat Ball State 42-21. Navy topped East Carolina 34-20. And a final, Ole Miss over Mississippi State 26-14. Mississippi a 9-win team. Colorado State defeated Utah State 42-37. That's the amount of finals we have so far on the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Hawkeye football is brought to you by the Iowa Swarm. Team up with Iowa athletes to support local charities. Make a difference today. Visit iowaswarm.com and learn more. And you know, agriculture is Iowa's economic MVP, scoring $121 billion a year for the economy, creating 1 out of every 5 jobs. Support America's farmers. Learn more at americaneedsfarmers.org. Big stop, big sack by Ethan Hurkett on that last series for the Cornhuskers. Forces a punt from between the 15 and the 20-yard line by Brian Buschini. Oh, the Hawks almost get to it. It's a short punt, comes back upfield and down at the 40-yard line. Now Buschini ended up on the seat of his pants, but no intent there on contact. Hawkeye got underneath his feet trying to block that punt at the very last, and we play on, and the Hawks have great field position at the 41 of Iowa.
Yeah, that was close. Great pressure by our guy off the edge. I thought they were going to call us with something because it looked like he hit his back leg, but when you live clean, good things happen. I love our field position here. We got the wind. Let's put some points on the board, Dolph.
Yeah, the referee said right away, no foul.
These refs are great.
It was either Alex Eichmann or Rashad Godfrey. I'm guessing it was Eichmann. Godfrey's a true freshman. Both wearing number 17. Hawks try to run it on first down, and just not going to happen with that Nebraska front. They're crowding that line with 8-9 guys. Caleb Johnson with no chance.
Yeah, it looked like just a backside run through by either linebacker or safety. Good play by him, but there was nothing there.
Loss of a yard. Caleb is finding it the going tough here. He's carried 5 times for a net 1 yard when you add in the losses. Hawks are going to have to find a passing game. Double receivers wide left. That's Bowie and Howard. Now tight end Lachey goes in motion. Johnson, the tailback, releases, and the pass is deflected again at the line of scrimmage. Tried to sidearm that throw. 42, the middle linebacker, Mekhi Bayer, circled in. He came untouched. He just looped around the left end. Nobody got in his way, and Stratton had to try and throw it around him. Deflected pass, and 2 ugly downs to start this series. 3rd and 11 for the Hawkeyes. 14-10 to go first half. Early on second period, 3-0 Nebraska. Hawks with 3 wideouts, 1 to the short side of the field. Slot to the top of the field. Long count by Stratton. Gathers in a low snap, steps up in the pocket, and threw it into the ground. Incomplete, intended for Caleb Johnson at the 45-yard line. And the Hawks trot off the field, another 3 and out.
Yeah, it's tough, good field position there. Couldn't move the ball at all, actually lost yards. And hopefully we can pin them deep here and then make a play on defense.
It's a solid Nebraska defense, much like Iowa's, very aggressive. Has been in the top 20 of the stats all year long. And they're showing it here early on in the game. Here's Dakin with a nice high hanging punt, fair caught at the 24-yard line by Isaiah Castaneda. So the Hawks will send that defense back out there. Time of possession in the first quarter, Nebraska almost 10 minutes. The Hawks a little more than 5. And that has to change for the Hawks here on senior night. Keep it right here. 1st and 10 Nebraska. Hawkeye football is sponsored by the University of Iowa Healthcare. It's here for you, no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Just a 36-yard punt by Reese Dakin. His leg is yet to loosen up. Huskers go with single receivers and 2 tight ends and a running play left to right, and big Aaron Graves threw his would-be blocker out of the way and smothered the ball carrier on the cutback.
Weak side run there. Aaron Graves does a good job hitting, getting off, penetrating, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, just like we've seen him do all year.
Latched on to Emmett Johnson, and he lost a yard. Aaron Graves had a spectacular year in the middle. Defensive tackle, he and Y.A. Black have been a formidable duo. Looks like Brian Allen is in there right now at the other tackle. Out of the gun is Raiola on 2nd down 11. 1 tailback, 3 receivers. Time to throw over the middle. It is nearly intercepted by Nick Jackson. He got his hands on it, intended for Jamal Banks on a deep slant. Here comes 3rd and 11 for the Huskers.
That was a good job by Nick Jackson. They ran a hunter route, which basically they put a guy in front of you and bring a guy behind you, and they named it after Jeremiah Hunter because he would always jump the guy in front of you. You never want a route named after you. That's never a good thing.
Jeremiah Pittman is in there at D tackle. 3rd down and long. Hawks get pressure. Here's Raiola. Forced out of the pocket. Now he's going to run down the middle. He's looking for a blocker. Gets a blocker and gets close to the 1st down. They're going to put his knee down. It looks like a yard shy. Well, he almost got that 1st down. Deontay Craig, we think, prevented the chain mover. He's well short. 4th down and more than a yard. Nebraska will have to punt it away. Jay Higgins and Craig saved the 1st down.
And that was really good coverage by our back end. We played 2-man there, and that's the reason why he was kind of able to get some yards running, just because all our coverage guys are backs returned to the quarterback. Good job by our D-line and linebackers coming off their guys and stopping them short.
Brian Buschini, his punters have been busy. His 3rd punt, he's averaged 38 yards.
Delay of game, offense 5 yards.
Now a delay of game on Nebraska.
Good.
Well, you know, they spent a lot of time staring at the marker where they put the football. His knee was down at the 34. The line to gain was, or excuse me, at the 33. The line to gain was just beyond the 34. And they spent a lot of time hoping the official was going to change his mind.
They complained a little too long. You know what Mark Mitchell told me the N stands for on the helmets?
No.
Knowledge.
Okay. Here comes the punt by Buschini. Oh, and he shanked it off the right side of his foot. I still haven't found the football. Where'd it go?
Oh.
I don't know if the line judge knows where it is either, or where it went out. They still haven't. Is that a 5-yard punt?
Oh, are they going 50? Are they put it on the 50?
Oh, okay. Now they're moving it up to the 50-yard line. Well, either way,
yeah,
it's not very good. From 5 to 15, a 15-yard punt. I don't know if to look at the replay. Did he slip? I mean, he ended up flat on his back. The line of scrimmage was the 33, and they mark it at the 15. So that's a net 17-yard punt.
Hey, I maybe could be able to do that.
Oh, boy, we'll take it. Oh, the Hawks, once again with great field position, need to do something on offense.
Yes,
way to go,
do.
defense. 12:20 to go in the 1st half. It's Nebraska 3, Iowa nothing, and this is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Today's agriculture demands expertise, and no lender delivers more ag expertise than Farm Credit Services of America. More than simply having the financial products and services you need to do business, we have the knowledge and commitment to help grow your business. From financing the next season to growing the next generation, we work to achieve your goals. We're Farm Credit Services of America. Call 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Need a little boost? Nothing beats the rich, smooth taste of Quick Star's Karuba coffee. Fresh, delicious, and always brewed just right. Now only 79 cents. Any size. When you swipe your Quick Rewards card. Pair it with a fresh baked cookie or muffin from the bake sale and level up your day. Quality coffee at an unbeatable price. Stop by, grab a cup, and taste the difference. Only at Quick Star.
Hawks have the ball at midfield to start this series. 1st and 10, 50-yard line after a shank punt by Nebraska. Stratton gives the ball straight ahead to Caleb. He's finally loose. 1st down across the 40 of the Huskers and down at the 38-yard line. He took a wicked shot from the safety, Deshaun Singleton, but bounces right back up. Better hit him with a road grader if you're going to get him out of the game.
That was a great hard run. Yeah, good hit, but hey, you know, he's yelling and screaming at Caleb Johnson. He just gave up a 1st down. So, hey, get back to the huddle and play defense.
Nice play. 11-yard gain by Caleb Johnson. Good blocking by Logan Jones in particular, but the middle of that Iowa line. Now Stratton, on a missed handoff, rolls out to his right, gets a block, and gets inside the 37-yard line. A short gain on 1st down. He turned around, and I don't know if Caleb ran the wrong way or he certainly ran a different way than what Stratton thought he was going to go. Singleton again hustled over to the sideline and got Caleb Johnson, or Stratton, into the Iowa bench. Singleton, a senior from Greensburg, Louisiana. Went to junior college in Kansas. Found his way to Lincoln. 2nd down and 8 for the Hawks. A diamond formation of receivers, including tight end Estringa to the left. Jariet Bowie to the short side of the field. They're going to run Johnson straight ahead for nothing. And he's grabbed onto immediately by M.J. Sherman, the weak side linebacker. Tim Lester's thinking about the next play, but it's been run heavy for the Hawkeyes. We're going to get a Pat's fast stat here in a minute.
I mean, what they're doing here, I mean, they're bringing a safety down, right? They know it's a run down. They're bringing a safety down, so we're checking to run the other way. They know that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to run away from the down safety.
You got to look for that tight end over the middle. Now 3rd down after a loss of a yard. Kamari Moulton is in the game, his first appearance. And Stratton's going to air it out on the far sideline. It's well short, incomplete. No flag. It was intended for Jacob Gill. Malcolm Hartzog in coverage. The quarterback, Stratton, had to get rid of that ball. He was under some severe heat. Gill was dogfighting one-on-one with the cornerback, and the officials didn't see it. Well, it looked like a late hold is what it looked like on the replay there by the corner, Malcolm Hartzog. Castaneda's back deep at the 7-yard line, and the Hawks waste another phenomenal starting position at midfield. Their last 2 drives were the 41.
Yes.
And here's a ball that's knocked back in play at the goal line. Great play by the Iowa punt coverage team. John Nestor, I think, is the one who got down there. He circled around that punt by Dakin and, straddling the goal line, reached out with his left arm and tapped the ball back to the 4 or 5 yard line.
And that's tough on those gunners. You got one gunner that goes to the goal line, to protects the goal line. You got one gunner that goes to the returner, and just a really good job not getting into the end zone there. That's tough to do.
The officials are talking.
I hope not.
Hopefully it stands. 10:03 to go. First half. Iowa trailing Nebraska 3-0. Hawks looking for a spark on offense, but they're going to have to call on the defense again. We'll take a break. This is Hawkeye Football, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you get an HMO network that includes over 32,000 providers. Plus, you get support from a company that's been serving Iowans for 85 years. Now, those are some impressive numbers, and that's health coverage you can feel confident in. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
Preparation is the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Hawkeyes on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Hawkeye Pride, powered locally.
Not all internet is created equal. It's a lot like choosing a quarterback. Technically, you could sign up any new rookie provider on the block, but the success of every device in your home depends on it. Will they perform in the clutch, or will they buffer under pressure? Extreme provides the speed you need with a 100% gigabit technology network and amplified Wi-Fi. And unlike signing a quarterback, Extreme Internet requires no contracts. There's only one pick to lead your team. It's Extreme, powered by Mediacom.
Nebraska's defense has owned the night so far. Iowa's defense playing heroically other than the first series. And that's when Nebraska got the only points of the game, 3-0, as we come back to the second quarter. 10 minutes to play in the first half, and it's time for Pat's Fast Stats. and it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 20 yards of total offense in 20 minutes. 7 attempts for Caleb Johnson, 10 yards. Now, what they're doing a good job of defensively is their crowd line of scrimmage, right? They're forcing us to run. 1 first down, though, by both teams. Both teams only got, 1 first down, 1 converted third down by both teams. We only have 1 first down. And those are Pat's world-famous stats, and they are sponsored by our friends at IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union, where since 1934, we've been committed to helping our members reach their financial goals. With branches in Eastern Iowa, Western Illinois, and now in Des Moines, our Pathfinders are always ready to help you make a winning financial play. Start your path at ihmvcu.org, federally insured by NCUA.
Iowa special teams pin Nebraska at its own 5-yard line. They're going to try and run straight forward and run it out of trouble, and a straight ahead charge over right guard, and that's perhaps 2, maybe 3. Tailback Dante Dowdell, knee tackled by Y.A. Black, got 3. Second down 7, 9:40 to play in the first half. 20 yards of total offense, 8 passing, 12 rushing for the Hawks. Now, Nebraska's got 89 total yards. It has been a defensive battle. Huskers with 3 wideouts and a tight end. That's Fedoni in motion. Good protection for Raiola, and he's got a wide open receiver. First down out across the 15 at the 18-yard line. It's just a stick route by Jamal Banks. A turn and catch. Hawks giving him ground, and he gets the first down. A gain of about 11 on second down and 7.
Yeah, that was a missed assignment. There's no way he should have been that wide open. They brought the running back out to the flat, and I think that might have confused him a little bit.
T.J. Hall gets credit for the tackle, but a chain mover for Nebraska. Single receivers both ways are going to run wide left. Nice cutback, big gain on first down by Dante Dowdell. He's their primary tailback. Sebastian Castro, the cashback, got him on the ground, but not after a gain of it's like 5, maybe 6, across the 23-yard line of Nebraska. The clock running with 8.5 to go in the first half. 3-0 Huskers. Banks splits wide to the right. 6'4", 220-pound senior from D.C. They stack 2 receivers that way. One to the short side of the field. Straight ahead running again, and not much this time, as Aaron Graves, little stunt on the outside. He and Castro get Dante Dowdell on the ground for a gain of 1. Nebraska looks at third down and a long 4.
Yeah, they've been, they're tough. They're dangerous on third down with their crossers, their flat 7s. We'll see what they come up with here.
Banks wide to the right. Jalen Lloyd comes to the short side of the field. They have a slot receiver as well. Castro comes up, looks like he's coming on a blitz. Here's Raiola back. Now he's going to try and run, and he runs into a Hawkeye, throws it up for grabs, and it is caught, my goodness, by Nebraska. Now, where is it? It's close to the first down marker. Aaron Graves and Deontay Craig were putting the heat on Raiola and got him on the ground. He was almost laying parallel to the ground, and he just threw it up in the air, and there was a black shirt there, but caught by Nebraska. I didn't get a number. It's going to be short, 4th and less than a yard, and Nebraska appears to be going for it. Now, they might be trying to pull the Hawks offside.
They just jumped. There we go.
They did jump. Good catch there. Good catch there.
Thanks, man. I got a lazy eye. I can get it right half the time.
When we say they, we're speaking of Nebraska.
Yes. Told you that N stands for knowledge, man.
Fourth down.
Did not catch the number there from the official. Had to be somebody in the interior, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like their left tackle.
Let's see. We're going to look at the replay here. Oh, actually, it was the tight end on the outside left. He wasn't even in a 3-point stance, and he flinched. The official's right on it. Second penalty on Nebraska. Now it's 4th down and 6. They're not going to mess around now.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Let's see what my man Weegan can do back there.
Again, punting into the wind is Brian Buscini. Here's the snap. He steps into it, gets away a good one this time. Weegan will fair catch at the 41-yard line of Iowa. So the Hawks' last 3 starting positions have been at the 41, the 50, and again now at the 41 of the Hawkeyes. 6:49 to play in the first half. It's 3-0 Nebraska. Hawkeye football is sponsored by Iowa Corn, the Iowa Corn Cyhawk Series. Iowa Corn promotes values that are uniquely Iowan. On behalf of Iowa's corn farmers, we salute all athletes for their hard work and determination, both on and off the field. Go to iowacorn.org. Learn how corn grows Iowa. 37-yard punt by Buschini. Not bad into that stiff breeze after the shank in the previous possession. Now can the Hawks get a drive going? Here comes Caleb Johnson. Big hole off the right edge. Closes in a hurry, but he gets 5. That's progress.
Yeah, really good off-tackle run. I tell you what we need to do a good job of is Ty Robinson, number 9, their D-tackle in the inside. He has been causing a lot of havoc, and he almost made the play there, even though we were able to cut him off. That's a guy that we really got to get a hat on.
He's big-time all Big Ten, the senior from Gilbert, Arizona, Higley High School. Gain of 5, second down 5. Here comes Caleb. Same running play, and Nebraska closes it down. There's just nothing there.
Nope.
Linebacker Mackay Bayer got to the ball carrier first, and then nose tackle Nash Hutmaker. He's only 3'10", out of South Dakota. Slid down the line of scrimmage. Caleb got maybe a yard. They give him forward motion to the 47. 5.5 to go, first half. 3-0 is the score, Nebraska. And a 31-yard field goal. A big opportunity here for Jackson Stratton to move the chains. Looks right, rolls right. Now he's going to be caught from behind, and down he goes at the 42-yard line. Coverage sack there by the Huskers.
Yeah, it was. You know, it did look to me like they were holding Jacob Gill a little bit, but you know, they did a really good job covering everybody. I mean, they blocked for a decently long time too. They gave them some time, some guys to get open, but just couldn't get it done.
Loss of 5, and so the Hawks will send Reese Dakin out again to punt the ball away. He's had a 36-yard average. This is his 6th punt of the first half. Castaneda is back, and a good rush by Nebraska. It causes a rush punt by Dakin, and it hit a Hawkeye in the helmet who was running down there. It was a punt, a low line drive, but not very far. Let's see where they spotted. They're going to spot at the point of contact, and it's around the 25-yard line, 26-yard line of Nebraska. So the Huskers again gain on field position. Let's check in. We'll come back here from Rob Brooks in just a minute. There's a timeout on the field. Hawkeyes trail Nebraska 3-0. It's been a defensive tug of war. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield and Wellmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Travel Leaders, Destinations Unlimited. We provide experiential travel and vacation planning for Hawkeye fans across the state. Contact one of our destination experts to start planning your next trip at duagency.com.
Hey there, sports fans. Hungry for a legendary experience? Look no further than Bump's Restaurants, proudly named after the legendary Bump Elliott. Nestled right at the Finkbine Golf Course on Melrose Avenue, Bump's is your go-to spot for mouth-watering meals. Present your ticket from today's game at Bump's and get a buy one appetizer, get the second appetizer free deal. Offer good through the next home game. See you soon off Melrose Avenue at the Finkbine Golf Course. Bump's Restaurant, a legendary place with legendary food.
Why save pennies when you can save dollars? Move your carload to Community Choice and skip your payments for 90 days. That's on average $1,800 in your pocket. Don't waste time pinching pennies when you can dive into dollars with Community Choice. Get started in just 60 seconds when you visit unbankyourride.com.
3-0 football game. Nebraska in front. The only score was Nebraska's opening drive. A 31-yard field goal by John Hole after a nice drive by the Huskers of 64 yards, 10 plays. The Iowa defense adjusted nicely. Pat Anger, and here we sit 3-0. The Hawks just cannot get anything going against this Husker defense. Iowa with 20 total yards of offense, 1 first down, 8 passing yards, 12 rushing, and we'll hope for better things the final 4.5 of the second period, and obviously the second half. Let's check in with Rob Brooks. He's on the Hawkeye sideline, courtesy of U.S. Cellular.
Well, you've talked about how busy both of these punters are, and just to show you how tough the conditions are, you can just hear down here on the sideline when that ball is kicked. It just sounds much different. The ball boys are doing as good a job as you can to try to keep the footballs warm. They've got hand warmers inside the padded cases, but it's not like in September and October. And something else to watch, too. Brian Buschini, the punter for Nebraska, limped off the last time that he booted the football, kind of grabbing his left leg. It looks like he's walking around okay, but this is a guy that was the FCS punter of the year and has a long punt of 74 yards. It's giving you an indication how tough it's been when you've talked off about a lot of 34, 35-yard punts on both sides.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he didn't get hurt when he slipped and landed on his keister on that shank punt, Robbie, but we'll keep an eye on that situation. He has been busy like Reese Dakin. 1st and 10, Nebraska. Husker 25-yard line. Banks in motion. They run the tailback to the outside right. Tries to cut back inside. Went toward the Nebraska sideline, then tried to cut back inside and got perhaps a yard. Good pursuit down that line of scrimmage by the Hawks.
Yeah, great job by our DNs, safeties, corners coming in, making sure that ball doesn't get to the outside, and good job closing that cutback off.
That was Emmett Johnson carrying the ball. Deonte Craig held his ground, as did Aaron Graves. They moved Aaron Graves more to the outside now. Here's Nebraska. Fake on the draw handoff. Raiola wants to throw. Flips it upfield. Caught. 45-yard line. That's a first down. Up to near the midfield stripe goes Ja'Cory Barney. His 50th catch of the year. 8-yard average. No touchdowns, but he's got over 400 yards. Man, oh man, what a throw by Raiola. He just snapped his wrist on that one, and the ball went 20 yards.
Yeah, with a defender in his face, and that was a deep over route. He got right in between. He got behind our linebackers and in front of our safeties, and good throw.
Boy, is that talent. Ooh. Raiola 9 for 12, 84 yards. 1st and 10 near midfield. Here's a cutback right to left. Big gainer for the tailback, Emmett Johnson. He's hurt the Hawkeyes here in the first half with his change of direction. He's got over 25 yards. Taken him 10 carries, but he's been effective. Ball at the 42-yard line of the Hawkeyes. That big pass play a moment ago by Raiola has Nebraska operating now in Iowa territory at the 43-yard line. It was a gain of 9 by Johnson. 2nd down and 1. Here comes Johnson again on the draw handoff, and he's grabbed immediately but falls forward for the first down. Sebastian Castro with the ankle tackle. The ball right at the Iowa 40. 2.5 to go first half. Hawks got a hold here, get to the locker room and regroup offensively. 1st and 10, Nebraska at the Iowa 40. Huskers with 7 first downs, Iowa 1. Twin receiver split wide right, tight end goes that way as well. Raiola in the gun. Johnson the tailback. Here's a handoff straight ahead. The Hawks blitz. They run blitz, and good play there by Deshaun Lee. They do get 2. Johnson gets 2 on the carry. And a timeout is asked for because it's the 2-minute warning. The 2-minute timeout brought to you by Explore Minnesota. Come for the stars, stay for the brilliant winter night skies. Minnesota, it's home to some of the country's best arts and entertainment. See your favorite performer or discover a new one. Get information on live performances at exploreminnesota.com. 3-0 Huskers, 2 minutes to go first half. And Nebraska on the move. 2nd down 8 at the Iowa 38. This is Hawkeye football presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
This winter, come see what being ranked the #1 state in public art spending looks like. Experience world-class performances and legendary venues. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com.
At At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Minnesota has your itinerary to an amazing winter getaway. Whether you like classical music or improv comedy, we've got your ticket. Experience world-class performances and legendary venues. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com.
Welcome back to a glorious night for football. Yeah, it's cold, it's windy. Doesn't bother the crowd. There's a ton of Husker fans here, as you can imagine. Iowa band will be performing at halftime. The Hawks trailed Nebraska 3-0. It has been a defensive fist fight. Nebraska's on the move, thanks to a nice pass play of 20-plus yards from Raiola to Ja'Cory Barney. It's kept this drive alive. Started at the Nebraska 25. It's proceeded to the Hawkeye 38. Let's salute our military hero tonight, Command Sergeant Major Billy Norman. He joined the Army in 1996, retired in 2023. Garrison Command Sergeant Major Billy Norman, with assignments all over the world. Started at Fort Lewis, Washington, New York, and then Special Operations Command at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. 12 combat deployments to Afghanistan, Iraq, the Horn of Africa, and Kuwait. Numerous meritorious medals and service awards. 3 Bronze Star medals. Man, that's our military hero, Command Sergeant Major Billy Norman. Don't have his hometown here. A graduate of the Ranger Course School.
Man, what a legend that guy is.
He's packed a lot in 25 years. He could play defense for Iowa. Empty backfield. Raiola to restart the series. Completes a pass. First down at the Iowa 25. Great protection. All the time to throw. Looked right and hit Banks on a slant to the left.
Yeah, double slant on the weak side, and yeah, too much room there.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Deshaun Lee chased him down, but not before he got 11. So the Huskers driving again on the Iowa Hawkeye defense. Hawks have really bent but not broken. Here's Johnson trying to get to the outside. Actually, that's it is Emmett Johnson. Cuts it back inside and gobbles up 8 more. It's pretty apparent that Iowa defense wearing down a little bit.
Yeah, they did a good job getting on the edge there. That Emmett Johnson, watching him on film, he's been more of a third down back, their receiving back all game, but with his speed, he does a good job against us getting to the outside and cutting it back.
Nebraska has 7 more minutes in time of possession. Hawks have fought hard on defense. 3-0 Nebraska. A gain of 8 there by Johnson. He's starting to mount up big per gain totals. Here's a keeper by Raiola, and he dives down to the 10 around the right edge. They put his knee down at the 13. That's another first down. Deontay Craig on the stop. That's a gain of nearly 10 and a first down, and Nebraska's in the Hawkeye red zone. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line of the Hawks. Timeout is asked for with 55 seconds to go in the first half. And Nebraska gets the ball to start the second half. They won the coin toss, deferred, and they've pretty much had momentum ever since.
Yeah, they have. They've done a good job spreading around, doing different things. Good call right there. You know, they see our DNs crashing down all game and not really honoring Raiola. And on that play we didn't stay square, and he was able to get to the outside.
Nebraska spends a timeout. Talk about the next series of plays. 1st and 10 at the Iowa, just inside the Iowa 13. 170 total yards for the Huskers. 20 for the Hawkeyes. See if the Hawks can rise up and stop. They go multiple tight ends, multiple running backs, I should say, and they're going to sweep to the wide side of the field. Get in the corner turn. 3-yard line out of bounds is Ramir Johnson. They had plenty of blockers out front, They overloaded that wide side, and Johnson was off to the races. Got the corner turn. Wampa saved the touchdown.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's just almost a crack toss sweep type deal, and our corner went inside and was able to get to the outside on us. And yeah, you got to stay outside. You got to contain.
First and goal. The ball just inside the 2. Another gain of 10 for Johnson with 49 seconds to play in the first half. That Hawkeye front. Y.A. Black, Aaron Graves, Craig, and Ethan Herkett. See if the Hawks can throw him back here out of the gun. Well, actually, they had a wildcat formation in there. They had Dowdell standing in the quarterback spot. Raiola was nowhere to be found.
The previous play is under review. The out-of-bounds spot is being reviewed.
All right, apparently they want to review the out-of-bounds spot on that last run by Johnson. Well, the cold temperatures obviously are here. The wind is blowing, and your Lennox dealer is ready to solve your heating issues. Give your Lennox dealer of Iowa a call when it comes to heating or cooling your home. Next summer, you need to turn to Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialists for the best home comfort system you can buy. It's Lennox. Check out affordable heating in Cedar Rapids, Freed Heating in Davenport and the Quad Cities. In Des Moines, it's Holt Plumbing and Heating. In Iowa Falls, Jarks Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Out in Sioux City, see our friends at Langle's Plumbing and Heating. Lennox, your local Lennox home comfort specialist. And the Hawkeyes, that is a big-time winning combination. Stay with us at halftime. One of those graduating seniors, one of the 24, Jay Higgins, All-American middle linebacker. Jay will join us. Sat down with Jay yesterday, and what an articulate young guy from Indianapolis. He's going to be playing a lot of years in the NFL.
Yes, he is, and just a great leader. And like Coach Ferentz always talks about, he said he does more for the defense than just make tackles.
We're looking at the replay, and that ball should be spotted back at the 3. They had it just inside the 2, but the tailback Johnson.
After review, the runner stepped out of bounds with the ball just inside the 3-yard line, where it'll be second down.
So he's about a half a yard shy of the first down, 3 yards away from a touchdown. Good hit by Xavier Wampa, got him out of bounds. All plays under review this season have been sponsored by Athletico Physical Therapy. So Raiola back in now. Dowdell is the tailback. Offset eye. They actually have 2 backs, Johnson and Dowdell. Here's Raiola on a play fake rollout right and throws it away. Hawks weren't biting on the run. Jay Higgins was zeroing in on Raiola, and he just threw it into the seats. Very, very cool cookie, this Dylan Raiola.
He's smooth, and a good job by Jay Higgins there. He ended up becoming the contained defender, and he stayed upfield shoulder, forcing Raiola to throw it away.
So now it's third down. Third down, about a yard for the first down. 45 seconds to go, first half clock stop. Nebraska leading 3-0. Jaden Harrell, the freshman, is coming in middle linebacker. Here's a run straight ahead and close to the goal line. Let's see where they spot him down. Is Dante Dowdell. They tried to muscle in over right guard. The official side judge, the head linesman, said he's down inside the 1, but it is a first down. So it'll be first and goal inside the 1-yard line. And plenty of time, 41 seconds to play. Nebraska uses its final timeout. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification while we have a moment. 10-second ID break here on the Hawkeye Radio Network. You're listening to Iowa Football. Folks in Omaha are listening in on KXCB 1420 AM and 106.5 FM. Our 100-year-old flagship stations, WMT in Cedar Rapids, WHO in Des Moines, WOC in the Quad Cities. In Sioux Center, it's KSOU AM and FM. Here we go, Nebraska out of timeouts. First and goal. They hustle up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go with a quick count. Now Raiola backs off. We have a whistle, and let's check this out.
The ball was moved forward and will be respotted. It's first down.
Well, who moved the ball?
Right, isn't that a penalty?
Yeah. I'm not saying it was Nebraska, but if the ball, unless the wind blew it.
I'd like to think we're smart enough to move it backwards.
Ty Robinson is the culprit, apparently. Well, here they go, 1st and goal from the 1. And it's a touchdown for Dowdell. Over right guard and center, Nebraska extends the lead to 9-0 over the Hawkeyes. Straight ahead power running. They had a half a yard to go to get the touchdown and got it with ease. Nice block there by right guard Henry Lidvowski, 320 pounds, from Crawfordsville, Iowa. Down around Crawfordsville, between Crawfordsville and Mount Pleasant. Try for point after coming up for the Huskers. They have broken through this year under second-year coach Matt Rule. Ended a long losing streak against Wisconsin last week at home on their senior day. Trying to do the same with the Iowa Hawkeyes, who have won 8 of the last 9 in the Heroes. 74 yards, 12 plays. Huskers use 4 minutes of clock. Point after try is good. By John Hole. And it's a 10-0 Nebraska lead. Well, that's too bad. The Hawks, if they could have held them to 3-0, I'd feel a lot better, especially with the way the Iowa offense has sputtered. But you have to hope that Coach Lester and the Hawkeye offense get something figured out in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, for sure. And that's tough, too, before half, because Nebraska's going to get the ball back to start the second. Hopefully we can make some adjustments and come back and make this win. We win games like this all the time. Historically, we're going to win games like this, and let's see what this crew's made of.
Brian Buschini will kick off. 38 seconds to go in the half. Hawks have the wind and all 3 of their timeouts. I said Nebraska was out of timeouts, so they have 1 left, but it doesn't matter. Unless they would come up with a turnover. Let's hope that doesn't happen. The Nebraska defense has really played lights out. Here comes the run up. And an end over end kick taken by, oh man.
No, it's a live ball. It's a live ball.
Miscommunication. Max Winter falls on it. Back at the 1 yard line. Or Max White, excuse me. Oh boy, a disaster there. I think Weegan ran up in the ball. And then Max White appeared like he was camping under it to take it. And the ball landed right between him and rolled all the way down to the goal line.
Please reset the game clock to 37 seconds. 37, please. Thank you.
Thankfully, White raced back and jumped on it. Now, is that a touchback?
Yeah, touchback.
Fair catch, okay.
Really smart play by White, at least not touching it and letting it go to the end zone and getting the touchback.
That brings it out to the 25, and you're right, that's a live ball.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous.
Could have been disastrous. So what will the Hawks do here with 37 seconds to go and 3 timeouts with the win? In the gun is Stratton. They're going to run it to Caleb Johnson, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. One of the fans are restless here at Kinnick. Hawks are not going to stop the clock with 23 seconds to play. No gain for Caleb Johnson. Caleb with 16 net yards in 10 attempts. But we know how capable he is of breaking one at any time. So they'll let the clock run out. Halftime, Iowa trails Nebraska 10-0. Nebraska fans are delighted. Hawk fans are not happy. 30 minutes of football left. We're back with our halftime coverage in just a minute. 10-0 Huskers over the Hawks. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
In the heart of the action, where Hawkeyes push forward for every touchdown, we see more than a game. We witness determination that fuels victory. Farming, like football, is about strategy, strength, and the relentless pursuit of success. Experience this winning lineup of tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at your local Case IH equipment dealer. Case IH is proud to stand with Iowa, sponsoring the drive for greatness on and off the field. Go Hawkeyes, and let's harvest victories together.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield first half. This is the Hawkeye Halftime Show. Here's Gary Dolphin and Pat Angerer.
Well, Hawk fans in a somber mood right now. Iowa trailing Nebraska 10-0. Gary Dolphin with Pat Anger, the former Hawkeye great and Indianapolis Colt middle linebacker. Now, certainly 10-0 is not insurmountable, but the Hawks have 20 total yards in the first half. 1 first down, Pat, and Caleb Johnson has been in jail the entire first period. I mean, they're keying on him. They locked him up early. Hawks cannot get anything going in the air with quarterback Jackson Stratton. And Nebraska, meanwhile, has rolled up 182 yards of offense, but the Iowa defense has played lights out for the most part. I mean, the Huskers have had the ball for almost 10 more minutes, and it's only 10-0.
Yeah, it's tough because we've had really good field position as well too. We've got really nothing to show for it. We need something to take the pressure off, to take the eyes off of Caleb. Hopefully we can, like we talked about earlier, hopefully we can get the tight ends working, get some outside stuff. I do trust our staff making the adjustments at halftime.
Stratton 2 for 7, 1 pass completion to Luke Lachey, and the other to the tailback Caleb Johnson. The wide receivers have disappeared. I'm wondering, where are the tight ends? Obviously, Coach Lester knows better than I about a game plan, but the Hawks are going to have to loosen things up in that third quarter. Now, Nebraska gets the ball to start the second half. The Iowa defense, I don't think you can ask them to do anymore.
No, I think they played really well. There's been a couple things. I mean, obviously that first drive was a little bit tough, but they've made the adjustments, and looking forward to seeing how they come out second half.
10-0 Nebraska at the intermission. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
FS Envision Seed Corn and FS High Soy Soybeans provide best-in-class traits and genetics that perform. In farming, bushels matter to your bottom line. Our field-proven products deliver high yields year after year. Get the seed you need from the people you trust. Contact your local FS Envision and High Soy retailer or visit fsseed.com to learn more.
This is Iowa football from Learfield.
Hawk fans, are you looking to travel in style like the Iowa Hawkeyes? WinStar Lines provides luxury charter bus service, van service, and employee shuttles. We travel throughout the Midwest, providing ground transportation service to or from anywhere in the continental United States and Canada. With multiple locations throughout the Midwest, call WinStar Lines to transport your group. Our friendly, safe drivers will get you to your destination in style. Visit GoWinStar.com to book your travel plans today.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
We're at halftime of Iowa-Nebraska. Complete U.S. Bank scoreboard update is around the corner. We're sponsored here at halftime by the Iowa Lottery. Cash prizes are coming to town with the new Holiday Scratch and Insta-Play tickets from the Iowa Lottery, including over $1 million in second chance prizes when you enter non-winning tickets in the VIP Club. Visit ialottery.com/VIP for details and play today. One of the 24 seniors calling it his last here tonight, other than the bowl game, is the All-American middle linebacker Jay Higgins, a semifinalist for the Butkus, Lombardi, and Bednarik Awards, as well as the Lott Impact Trophy. He's the only player from a major conference with 100 tackles and 4 interceptions this season. And try these numbers on: 56 career games, 323 career tackles. And as he likes to put it, it's been quite the maturing experience from a wide-eyed freshman to manhood.
You get here at such a young age, don't really know what college football is all about, don't know what college is about, and you meet 25 new guys who are going through the exact same thing you are. And over those years, that 25 number trickles down, and you find your best friends and, guys you'll talk to the rest of your life. And you just build these amazing relationships along the way, all while getting your education and playing football. And one day you look up and you're the oldest guy in the room, and you're leading the room, and it's just it's an amazing thing to have a career at Iowa. Just how special it is. What it means to actually finish a career here, and the opportunities you have outside of the program. Just things I've learned that's going to last me the rest of my life. Relationships that I've made that's going to last me the rest of my life. And just playing in Kinnick Stadium, there's good teams who don't sell out games. And my 5 years, one of them, it was COVID, so at least we had the cardboard out there. But, it doesn't matter if we're playing the best team in the country, if we're playing an unranked team, if we're not even playing a Power 5 team. I guess it's Power 4 now, but you just know you're going to get a good environment every time, and every time you walk into Kinnick Stadium, you know it's going to be a special memory.
What a career for Jay Higgins, and what a career for he and Nick Jackson in tandem. Jackson's been here 2 years since transferring over from Virginia. And now Jay Higgins was so patient and waiting for Jack Campbell's star-studded career to conclude. He now leaves the jersey in a better place, and in comes Jaden Harrell and Carson Shire and Jackson Rexroth to assume the next several years of middle linebacker, a great lineage of middle linebacker at the University of Iowa. Our halftime coverage is brought to you tonight by Pioneer. Pioneer is proud to sponsor the annual Iowa-Nebraska Heroes Game, honoring local heroes that live and work in the communities we serve every day. And we continue to honor the late Dan Marburger, the principal at Perry High School, after this time out. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Hi, this is Hawkeye coach Kirk Ferentz. My players know that success is not a given. There will be challenges, but with hard work, there are no limits. For years, Iowa farmers have believed in that too. Farmers are the backbone of this country, and their dedication to bringing us food and energy has never been more important. That's why we're proud to wear the America Needs Farmers logo on our helmets. Join the Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau as we celebrate America's farmers. To learn more about ANF and pick up some great ANF merchandise, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Hi, this is Joe Mershman from Mershman Seeds. Substitutions cost you money. Why take their seconds when you can have our first choice? Here's Ben Pieper to tell you more about Mershman Power Core Enlist corn.
We are way ahead of Big Seed on this one. This corn has 4 different post-herbicide tolerances, multiple modes of action for above-ground pests, and it is some of the highest-yielding corn genetics that are out on the market today.
If you're one of the many that got substituted on your corn hybrid last spring, contact your local Mershman Seeds dealer today and ask them about Power Core Enlist corn. From Mershman Seeds, your friend in the field.
In the heartland, where ambition thrives, there are those who are made and those who are made for more. Just like the Hawkeyes on game day, Kloss, a leading producer of ag equipment, unleashes the power of ambition in the field. Discover why our cutting-edge machinery and unwavering support aren't just a promise, they're a commitment to your success. Because at Kloss, we know you are made for more. Visit your Kloss dealer or CLAAS.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
And from Master Control, I'm Mo Lewis in the Heroes game, Iowa, with work to do in the second half. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard. In the top 25 last night, Memphis upset number 17 Tulane, 34-24. Today, Boise State, 34-18 over Oregon State. Number 25 Colorado shut out Oklahoma State, 52-0. And number 14 Ole Miss wins the Egg Bowl over Mississippi State, 26-14. And right now, number 7 Georgia at home and on the ropes. Georgia Tech with a 17-0 lead. They are at the half. Georgia in trouble. Earlier in the Big Ten today, Minnesota beat Wisconsin 24-7 to win Paul Bunyan's Axe. At the half, Cornhuskers 10, Hawkeyes nothing. Gary Dolphin's got the second half coming up. This is Iowa Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
When you live in the Midwest, you're accustomed to leading the nation in certain things, from corn and pork production to eggs and soybeans. And now we're adding another product to that list, clean, renewable wind energy. By investing in wind turbines and partnering with area farmers and landowners, Mid-American Energy is harvesting wind power that's homegrown right in our very own backyard, which not only provides customers with low, stable energy rates, but also the support to make our Midwest communities safer and stronger.
The Hawkeyes play here. This is Iowa football from Learfield.
Our mission at Oaknall is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oaknall is located near University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oaknall.com to learn more. We're a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hey, Hawkeye fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Iowa football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. Now, let's join Gary Dolphin and former Hawkeye great Pat Angerer for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield second half.
We're back at Kinnick Stadium. Elizabeth Marburger and the Marburger family being introduced down at center field. Dan Marburger lost his life last January in that terrible campus shooting over at Perry High School and Middle School. Dan lost his life. He died 10 days after he was critically wounded. An 11-year-old also died, as well as the shooter. Great hand for both citizen heroes from Iowa and Nebraska. Nebraska's hero saved a baby who was in a car on a hot day with all the windows rolled up. So congratulations to both families under tragic and near tragic circumstances. About halftime, it's Nebraska 10 and Iowa nothing. Welcome back to our coverage of Hawkeye football on senior night and Heroes Night, courtesy of Pioneer. The stats don't lie. Hawks with just 20 yards of offense in the first half. Nebraska's defense, well scouted, completely shut down the Hawkeye attack. Iowa has 8 passing yards, and 12 rushing on 13 carries. Nebraska, leading 10-0, has 182 yards of offense, 96 through the air and 86 on the ground. Pat, that's the kind of balance you look for.
Yeah, they've done a good job spreading around, making us guess. But I do think that our defense has really, they've done a good job in tough situations. They played hard.
I agree. The difference maker has been quarterback Dylan Raiola, 10 of 14 for 96 yards. He's been sacked twice. His long of 23 yards late in the first half kept a Nebraska touchdown drive alive. On Nebraska's first possession of the night, they moved 64 yards, 10 plays. John Hull kicked a 31-yard field goal, and Dante Dowdell on a 1-yard plunge with time running out in the first half capped a 12-play, 74-yard drive. And that's been it. I mean, Iowa's given up 2 long drives defensively, and that's been it. They've stymied Nebraska much the way the Husker defense has holed up Iowa's attack. Jackson Stratton just has not been able to get anything going. 2 of 7 for 8 yards. He's been sacked once. Caleb Johnson, 10 carries, 16 net yards. For Nebraska, 46 yards for Emmett Johnson, 21 for Ramir Johnson, 17 for Dante Dowdell, and he has the lone touchdown scored in the game. Jamal Banks has 3 catches for 35 yards to lead Nebraska receivers. Iowa's leading receiver, Luke Lachey, caught 1 for 7 yards. And as ugly as they are, we still got 30 minutes of football left. Now Nebraska gets the ball to start the second half. So you got to believe in that Iowa defense. They'll get a 3 and out or certainly get a stop. Jay Higgins with 7 tackles in the first half, including 3 solo. Castro had 5 for Nebraska. Deshaun Singleton, the safety, he's been active the entire period. He's got 4 total tackles. So that's the nuts and bolts of that first half statistically. Nebraska 2-1 in time of possession.
And, as lopsided as all those stats are, obviously not great on our side, but we can still win this ball game. We're still 10-0. We're going to get out there on defense. We're going to make a stop. We're going to get the ball. We're going to score. And, I got faith in our staff and the adjustments they're going to make and the guys who get on the field.
Let's go down to the field. Rob Brooks has Iowa coach.
2 good drives, trying to keep them out of the end zone on the last one, obviously. But, we got to get started, try to get them loosen up their defense a little bit, execute a little bit better, and get right back in the game.
Yeah, you had some really good field position in the first half. Now about taking advantage of that to the second.
Yeah, just, we're hoping to get some points out of that. We weren't able to. So points are going to be big, obviously, every possession. Hopefully we can get something going here and get things loosened up.
Coach, thanks very much.
Thanks, Rob.
And that's obviously going to be a key thing. As Pat talked about in the first half, Hawks had some good field position, did some good things. Now it's about taking advantage and trying to get something going offensively. Hopefully Caleb Johnson can break one and get some Get some tight ends across the middle, something to loosen up that defense, as Coach talked about.
Okay, Rob, thank you. Coach Ferentz, thank you. He's sponsored by Hawkeyes Midwest. Is it in your farming game plan for next spring? Hawkeyes Bio 800 Plus products are enriched with soil microbes to build soil health and increase your yield. Soil nourishing, root stimulating. That's Hawkeyes Midwest. Go to HawkeyesMidwest.com for more information. Before we go to the second half, let's thank our game sponsor, Pioneer, and the Pioneer Heroes Game. The annual Iowa-Nebraska Heroes Game honors local heroes that live and work in the communities we serve every day. Pioneer. (10-0) Nebraska. The Hawks will kick off to start the second half. The Huskers are already lined up and ready to go. The Hawkeyes are now trotting onto the field. Ja'Cory Barney and Quentin Ives are back deep. Barney standing at the goal line. One of their talented receivers out of Florida City, Florida. Drew Stevens. Haven't seen Drew much tonight. He's not been in position to even try a field goal. The Hawks have been shut out, so he hasn't kicked off other than to start the second half. Here's the run up into the wind. Good side winding delivery, and it's taken by Barney at the 3. 5, 10, 15, crosses the 15, and is wrapped up and downed at the 18. Really nice coverage, nice pursuit by the Hawkeyes.
That was great team coverage, good aggressiveness down there.
Zach Lutmer, he has really come on here in the second half of the season out of Rock Rapids. Central Lyon High School. Kyler Fisher was right there as well. Huskers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 19. 10-0 Huskers. Lots of football remaining. Let's start with a Hawkeye 3 and out defensively. Craig, Graves, Black, and Herkett, who had 2 sacks in that first half. Raiola out of the gun. They're going to run off the right edge, and the Hawks close down in a hurry. But a charge forward, nice blocking off the right edge, and a 4-yard gain for Emmett Johnson. T.J. Hall finished him off. Check that, a 3-yard gain. They mark him down at the 22. We're underway in the second half. 10-0 Nebraska lead. Huskers send Lloyd and Nair wide left, tight end right. Raiola looking toward that wide receiver. Fires upfield, caught. Zone coverage, big gain, first down out near midfield. That's Fedoni, Thomas Fedoni, the Council Bluffs Lewis Central former prep star. Raiola delivered that in between the linebacker and the cornerback.
And that's a tough throw to make. That ball's in the air a long time on that 7 route with that flat in front of it, and Raiola's done a really good job completing those.
Flung it toward the Nebraska sideline, and Fedoni gets the first down, 47-yard line of Nebraska. 25-yard gain, and here comes the run. Hawks miss a tackle, big gain into Iowa territory at the 46. Sebastian Castro drops Emmett Johnson. Boy, he has been tough to bring down all night. And we've got an injured Hawkeye down right at midfield. Well, it's one of the linemen. I hope that's not Y.A. Black.
Timeout on the field.
No, it might be Jay Higgins. Oh boy, oh boy. No, it is Y.A. Black. It is Y.A. Black. 94, not 34. Timeout on the field. Let's step out and take a break as the second half starts the way the first half did. Nebraska moving the football. Y.A. Black is down grabbing a leg. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Bring on Hawkeyes football with new gear from Shields. From jerseys, hats, and accessories, represent your team's iconic colors at the big game. Shields is your ultimate shopping destination with knowledgeable experts and great customer service to get you fitted for your passion. Whether you love style, sports, or the great outdoors, find it all at your local Shields or Shields.com. Our experts are here to make every day a win. Shields, proud partner of Iowa Athletics and football fans everywhere.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game. As a proud sponsor of the ongoing recognition of our military during Hawkeye games this season, please join American Equity in thanking all who have served our country. American Equity is more than just retirement savings and income products. They are committed to providing you best-in-class service and high-quality retirement income that helps deliver the independence to dream and reach your goals. To learn more about American Equity, please visit their website at american-equity.com.
Royal Flooring is your one-stop shop for the finest things in your home. Find the best material from the most trusted brands in our beautiful, fully stocked showroom in Urbandale. Or shop in comfort online at shoproyalflooring.com.
Facing a criminal charge or complicated family law situation, Carr Law Firm has the trial experts you need. As experienced trial attorneys, we understand how much is on the line. Go to carlawiowa.com for a free consultation. That's Carr with 2 R's, lawiowa.com.
Well, thankfully, it looks like Y.A. Black is going to be okay. You thought he got leg whipped there along the line of
scrimmage? Yeah, he just running the ball, body's flying, and took a shot. Hopefully it was just a quad thing or maybe a minor hyperextension. Hopefully nothing too serious.
Grabbing for his calf, but he got up and ran off the field to the tent, and that's a good sign. So hopefully he'll not only be okay, but get back in the game. Nebraska got 7 on first down on the run by Johnson. Second down 3, ball at the Iowa 46, and we've got movement along the line of scrimmage. Like Aaron Graves came flying across.
Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Henry Ludvosky, the right guard, flinched. So that's a 5-yard walk-off. That helps. Instead of second and short, it's second down 7. But Raiola's had time and had his way with that short passing route. He's turned a couple of them into long gains. He's going to throw again. Caught by Fedoni. Now check that. That's not Fedoni. That is Carter Nelson. His first grab tonight. Freshman. 6'5", 230. He's big as a tight end, but he's a receiver. Ran a square out to the Hawkeye 45. Grabbed it there. Nebraska 2 yards shy of a first down. Raiola really delivers that ball on spot, doesn't he?
He did too. And that out route, that's a tough route to complete. That ball's in the air a long time. It's traveling a lot of yards, and really good coverage by Schulte. Just it's a good throw and catch.
Well, he got a very fair spot on that ball. Third down, a little less than 3. They're going to run straight ahead. Big hole. First down at the Iowa 40. That Nebraska offensive line. We haven't said much about them tonight, but they've gotten it done when they need to. They've rushed now for almost 100 yards, passed for 127.
They have done good with their push. Obviously, it's tough right now because we don't have YA in there, but throughout the game, they've really done a good job against our D-line.
Jeremiah Pittman is in there in place of YA Black, and he gives away some size. Gain of 5. They needed 3. First and 10, Iowa 40-yard line. Opening drive for the Huskers here in the third quarter, leading 10-0. Raiola hit as he throws, going for it all, and it is incomplete down at the 8-yard line. Good closing speed by Sebastian Castro, and catching up was cornerback Deshaun Lee, intended for Ja'Cory Barney, 6-foot freshman from Florida City, Florida. They got some young talent at that wide receiver position.
Ja'Cory Barney, he's got some speed. It's been impressive to watch on tape.
He ran a deep fade route to the Iowa 10, but it's incomplete, fortunately. Second down 10 at the Hawkeye 40. Raiola to throw again, sets up the screen, lofts it to the 40, caught there at the line of scrimmage, and then upfield for about 3 or 4 is Ramir Johnson. They've used Emma Johnson and Ramir Johnson both tonight. One from Minneapolis, one from New York City. Now it's third down 6 for Nebraska, 36-yard line of Iowa. Hawks need to slam the brakes on right here.
Yes, they do. We'll see with our pass rush here. Obviously, a passing down. Look to Herkett make it a play.
Barney and Nair split wide left. Banks to the short side of the field. 3 guys that can fly out of the gun. 3rd down 6. Raiola to throw. Straight back in the pocket. Now lobs it to the near sideline. Incomplete. And a late flag, but it's going to be on Iowa. Now the one official's changed his mind, says pick the flag up. It was not catchable, but let's see. One official in the middle of the field looks like his flag is going to hold.
Interference, defense number 2, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
They're going to get T.J. Hall with the grab on Jamal Banks, and Iowa's first penalty of the night is a killer. 15 yards to the 20-yard line of the Hawks. 1st and 10, Nebraska. There's that speed we were talking about on Jamal Banks. He did a double move on TJ and got him with the reach. Now a whistle as the ball snapped. I don't know if Iowa called timeout here. Or...
Timeout, Iowa. They're first of the half.
They're arguing that the ball was tipped by Nick Jackson, so then obviously there would be no pass interference. That's the big argument right now with the refs.
Is it reviewable? It must be, or they wouldn't have called timeout, I'm sure.
We're really pleading with it.
Well, if they didn't see it, which is odd, if indeed it was tipped.
It was a decently tight spiral. It didn't, to me, it didn't look like it.
Didn't look like anybody got it, but
I believe Nick Jackson.
I believe Kirk Ferentz.
I do too. You're right.
If it sounds like we're begging here right now
yes.
for the call, maybe so. Or Kirk's just trying to make a point. And it doesn't look like it's going to change the field position any. And Iowa uses a timeout. Interesting. Well, that is a weird twist there.
Yeah.
So the Hawks use a timeout to make a point. It's 1st and 10, 20-yard line of Iowa. Nebraska leading 10-0. The Hawks need to get a stop right here. Bonner in motion, the wide receiver right to left. The handoff is a counter draw for not much. Emmett Johnson gets the call. Sebastian Castro turned him away inside the 20 at the 19. That's a gain of 1. Nebraska's squeezed 4.5 minutes off the clock here to start the 3rd period. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They do give Johnson 2 yards inside the 19. 2nd down 8. Hawks rushing 4. Raiola with Johnson, the tailback. 3-step drop. Throws a sideways pass intended for Bonner, the freshman, or Nelson, the freshman, and well beyond him into the sideline. Hawks had a little pressure coming there, and quarterback Raiola tried to throw around it, sidearmed it, out of bounds, incomplete. Y.A. Black back in the game. That's good.
Heck yeah.
Well, we're at 3rd and 8. They're in field goal range. Nebraska 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Double slot for Nebraska, 4 wideouts. Hawks rushing 3, and it looks like a linebacker's coming too. Back to pass, Raiola. Has time, lets it go. He's hit as he throws. The ball's caught. Johnson sidesteps a couple Hawkeyes, but is down short of the line to gain. Near the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 3 or 4 by Emmett Johnson. Really good pursuit by the Hawkeyes. And Johnson's shifty, man. He makes you miss.
He's good. And really good job by our guys in the back end. Force him to hit the check down and guys flying to the ball after he caught it.
John Hohl, H-O-H-L, will come on. He kicked a 31-yarder in the first drive of the day, first drive of the second half. This will be from 34. See if the Hawks can get in and block it. Trailing 10-0. Here's a bad snap from center, but credit the holder. He got the ball down, but it's hooked wide left.
You know what that means? That means that ball was tipped, because ball don't lie right there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it took a long time to develop. The Hawks get the stop, though. It was a bad snap from center behind the holder, And a good job by Brian Buschini to grab it, reach back, get it, put it down on the ground. But by then, as you know, the kicker's already made his commitment.
Correct.
And Hull was a little bit quick, little whip leg, and badly pulled it to the left, but not the kicker's fault. But the Hawks get a break. It's 10-0. The score holds. Iowa has the ball for the first time in the second half. When we come back, this is Hawkeye Football, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
At US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing US Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever.
Oh my goodness. Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to US Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
9.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Hawks get a stop after a long Nebraska drive. 65 yards, 11 plays. Huskers burned 5.5 minutes. But the field goal attempt is hooked wide left, so the score holds at 10-0 Nebraska. Where are you listening in from tonight? We'd like to hear from you on Twitter at Gary Dolphin. Facebook, facebook.com/Voice of the Hawks. We have a U.S. Cellular text line, 319-853-8344. Or reach us with your email, hawktalk@HawkeyeRadioNetwork.com. Happy 60th birthday to Larry. Electrical engineer, got his degree from the University of Iowa. Elaine recently had knee replacement surgery. She can't quite jump up and down like she normally does listening to the Hawkeyes.
Me neither.
But Elaine from out Sioux City way. Brian is 40 years old this weekend. Congratulations, Brian. Regular visitor to Kinnick Stadium. Oh, now Stratton fumbles the snap from center, picks it back up, and he's flung forward for a yard or two gain. Couldn't tell if that was a low snap or one that he just bobbled.
Yeah, it looks like he just bobbled. I mean, it was at his knees, and still catchable, but he's just trying to pad his rushing stats with that 2-yard gain.
Second down, 8. Clock under 9 minutes to go. Iowa's first possession of the third quarter. Good job by Jackson. I mean, a 6'4" frame. That's a long way to bend over. Another low snap, but he gets this one. Caleb Johnson on a nice cutback, breaks through, turns the corner. 35, 40, 45, and Iowa's longest play from scrimmage tonight ends up near midfield.
And that's what big-time players do. What we did before pre-snap is we switched Jackson's sides in the gun, and I think that threw them off a little bit. And really good job up front by everybody. And man, is he explosive!
Caleb Johnson with a big run, his first big one of the night. 25 yards for KJ, and the Hawks, they move him out of bounds at the 47-yard line. The Rover, Isaac Gifford, saved further damage. Now they run the reverse, and that's going nowhere. Nebraska, with that great outside speed, closed quickly on Jacob Gill. Mekhi Bayer, he's had a big night at middle linebacker, the junior from Irvington, New Jersey. And he sniffed that play out, just slid down along the line of scrimmage and got Gill on the ground. He did get a yard. Jacob came from the wide side to the short side. Play was a clean handoff, but Nebraska, with that great lateral speed, limits the gain to 1.5 yards. Second down, call it 8. Tight end Ostrenga, he's back in the lineup. Haven't heard from him tonight. Here's a toss to Addison, but he had to lean back for the catch and put his knee down at the Iowa 49, a gain of a yard.
Yeah, just didn't have enough on him there. Actually, I thought he was going to go to the tight end, sitting over center. Just not enough on the ball route there. I mean, that's a tough throw to make. That ball's traveling a lot of yards.
And, of course, what wind there is, and it's pretty stiff right now into the wind. It's west-northwest. Well, the Hawks have gained 2 net yards after a 25-yard gain by Caleb Johnson. A counter run off left tackle. 3rd down, call it 7 from near midfield. Back to pass. Stratton looks left, comes back right, incomplete. Threw it into heavy traffic. Couple defenders there got in the way of Jariet Bowie, but I thought Bowie got his hands on it.
Yeah, it looked like it was catchable. Obviously, there was a lot of traffic there, but good job putting it in there. Looked like possible catch. If he caught it, he was going to get a shot too by the corner coming in.
Yeah, up at the 40 or down at the 40-yard line of Nebraska. So it is 4th down and 7, and Reese Dakin comes on to punt the football. Look at the replay. It's hard to tell. There were 3 Huskers around Bowie, and he may have had his sight line impeded. Here's a straight up and down punt, high hanger, fair caught at the ball's fumbled. The ball's fumbled. The Hawks are chasing it down. They've got it inside the 5-yard line. Is that the break they've been looking for? No flags. There's the first big turnover of the night, and the Hawkeyes have it. Isaiah Castaneda. I mean, they have been shaky on those into the wind punts tonight because the wind is playing tricks on him. And Castaneda, I don't think he ever touched the ball.
I don't think so either.
He signaled fair catch, and at the last he dove for it, but the ball never touched him. And it scooted from about the 15 down inside the 5, where the Hawks will have it 1st and goal at the 4.
But I do think their guy that went to try to get the ball, I think he touched it, and then it went into our hands. But, man, great job by our gunners getting down there fast.
We'll figure out who recovered the punt here in just a minute.
The ruling of a recovery by the kicking team is under review.
I think John Nestor got it. Just looking at the replay here, Castaneda put the brakes on. He never touched the ball. And John Nestor is there and recovers for the Hawkeyes. What'd you see?
It looked like their number 1 touched it first.
Diving at it with Nestor, you're saying?
Yep.
So that's a live ball. Vincent Shaver's got a hand on it. Nestor gets the recovery. It's going to be 1st and goal, Iowa at the 4. All plays under review are brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. Are aches, pains, or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Athletico's movement experts are here to help you turn your setbacks into comebacks and create a personalized game plan for your recovery. With no prescription or referral needed, Athletico Physical Therapy is where your comeback story begins. Well, we think the Hawks are in the Case IH red zone. Case IH. Case IH is the team on top. Case IH, visit caseih.com/Hawkeyes. We'll step out for a minute and come back with the official ruling on the replay. We think Iowa has the ball 1st and goal at the 4. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Lacer Graphics and Signs provides big signs, bold graphics, and beautiful results for Hawkeye athletics around Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and throughout campus. Lacer Graphics and Signs helps build your brand through custom graphics, signage, and video displays designed to specifically tell your story and grow your business in a big way. That's Lacer Graphics and Signs, a preferred graphic and signage provider of Iowa Hawkeye athletics. Visit them online at lacier.com to see how they can bring your big ideas to life.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with these local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, located in the Des Moines area. Car Law, Community Choice Credit Union, and Royal Flooring. At Community Choice, it's simply a mortgage. No hoops to jump through or limbo sticks to go under. Just a straight, easy path from point A to point B. It takes less than 60 seconds to get started at unpackyourmortgage.com. Loan approval subject to credit score and analysis. See credit union for details. Equal opportunity lender.
We're back at Kinnick Stadium. The ruling on the field stands. Nebraska's Vincent Shavers got a fingernail on the ball, which made it a live ball, and Nestor recovered. First and goal, Iowa at the 4, trailing 10-0 midway through the third period. Caleb Johnson circles right guard and center, cuts it back to the middle, and gets a couple yards down to the 2, where Mackay Bayer dropped him there. Hard 2 yards for Caleb. Clock running, 6:18 to go. Third quarter. Hawkeyes with a chance for a huge reversal of momentum here. This all after Nebraska missed a field goal off a 65-yard drive to start the second half. Hayden Large comes into the game as a blocking tight end. Hawks send twin receivers to the right, Gill and Bowie. Here's the snap. They give it to Caleb Johnson, and he's got nowhere to run. And he's dropped at the 4, back at the original line of scrimmage. Isaac Gifford, the rover, came up on a run blitz off the right side. Caleb, the play was designed to run wide right. He reversed back to the left, and there were nothing but white shirts there.
You know, what killed that play, and what's kind of been killing us all game, obviously, Ty Robinson. He gets in there. He shot in there. He's 2 yards in the backfield before Caleb gets the ball, so he's got to redirect.
3'4", 310-pound end. Hawks go with a heavy package, multiple tight ends. Let's see if a tight end shows up and catches one here. On a play fake, a rollout right by Stratton. Looking, nowhere to go. Throws it at the last. It's completed to Luke Lachey, so we got the tight end involved, but it's just a 2-yard gain. Now they're back at the 2, and the Hawks are going to go for 3. Boy, what a stand by Nebraska.
You know, they've been really tough in the red zone, obviously really tough with stopping the run, too. I mean, they're about as good as we are
I think nationally. If I read my notes right earlier, they've given up 1 rushing touchdown all season, and we just saw why. So Stevens will try and get Iowa on the board. It'll be a 20-yard field goal, point after try. Here's the snap. The kick is up and through. It's 10-3. Nebraska keeps a touchdown lead. Big play by Iowa special teams. Big play by the Nebraska defense. And after all that, it's 10-3 Huskers. 4:30 to go. Third quarter. We'll keep it right here. Tell you that Hawkeye football is sponsored by Iowa Corn. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn benefits the entire state, feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning, unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org and learn more. Hawks got the big turnover they needed, but couldn't turn it into 7. Have to settle for 3 with 4.5 to go third quarter. The Shields scoring drive, 4 plays, 2 yards, 2 minutes of time used. Drew Stevens, who's been lights out all year long, now 18 of 21 field goals. That was a point after try there of 20 yards. And the Hawks get rid of the 0.
Hopefully that's not our drive of the game.
That card's going out the window if that's our drive of the game.
I might go out the window if that's the drive of the game.
Ja'Cory Barney and Quentin Ives are back deep for Nebraska. Taken at the goal line by Barney. He brings it out to just across the 15, and he is planted at the 18-19 yard line. Well, that Hawkeye coverage team tonight has been outstanding. Jackson Rexroth, one of those future linebackers who will step in next year for Jay Higgins, Sebastian Castro, or Nick Jackson. Jaden Harrell. Some Good young linebackers coming, as there always are at Iowa. Linebackers are needed here right now, namely Higgins and Jackson, to help get the ball back. Hawks have scratched back to within 10-3. Gained a little momentum. The crowd's back into it. Raiola's been terrific, though. He's going to throw on first down. A little drop pass over the middle, caught at the 22. Gain of about 3 to Emmett Johnson, the tailback. Hawks recovering nicely downfield on the deep routes.
Yeah, and they ran a little trace slot with their number 3 extended, forcing Jay Higgins to get out of the box, and just threw the check down to the running back, little spot route.
23-yard line, 2nd down 7 for Nebraska. Diamond package, a bunch package just off left tackle. Single receiver to the short side of the field. One running back for Raiola. He looks over the middle, throws. It's a deep fade route. Oh, and that's got to be offensive pass interference. It looked like the receiver grabbed the face mask of T.J. Hall, unless I'm seeing things.
You're not, Dolph. It definitely looked like it was initiated by Nebraska trying to get us not to pick the ball off, because he could have done that. That was a little short.
My, oh my, that line judge was right there. How did he miss that? Isaiah Nair, we're looking at it in real speed. Oh, he just grabbed his face mask.
Come on, man. How do you not throw that flag?
T.J. Hall had great coverage. 3rd down 7. Nebraska ready to go. 3 wideouts left, tight end right. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Deep drop. Now he's chased. Running wide left. Herkett looked like he got held. He throws the ball, and it's caught at the 43-yard line. Nick Jackson. Actually, Castro was drawing a bead on it. And Nate Borkacher, the tight end, got in between the safety in the corner and grabbed the ball at the 42-yard line. What a play by Raiola. Quinn Schulte on the tackle. On 3rd and 7, they get 20. 19 to be exact. And the drive stays alive. Brother. Now they run straight ahead, busting it to the outside, and tackled at the 42-yard line. No gain. Great open field play by T.J. Hall. Boy, is he coming on.
He's doing great. Really good in run support.
Emmett Johnson, who's been elusive all night long. Incredible throw by Raiola a moment ago.
Sprinting to his left.
Sprinting to his left, throwing back across his chest.
Gosh.
And threw it 20 yards for a first down.
Insane, man. And he was in high school last year.
Wow. 2nd down 10. No gain. Ball at the 42-yard line of Nebraska. Raiola changing the play. Hawks are crowding that line of scrimmage with 6 guys. They're going to run the draw handoff off the left edge, and that was the wrong audible by young Raiola. He finally makes a mistake. Nothing fatal, but he got a couple yards to the 44. Deontay Craig just stayed home and let Johnson run right to him.
Yes, he did. Kept his shoulders square and then ran the play back down backside. We stuffed it up in the middle. Really good job by our guys up front.
Emmett Johnson on the carry for 2. Nebraska 4 of 10 on 3rd down. Let's see if Raiola can make another big play on 3rd and medium range. He's got time to throw. Throws it over the middle. It's caught and shy of the first down. Across midfield at the 49. Isaiah Nair. Little drag pattern across the middle of the field. He was the second option. Raiola took a look deep, had time, and then had to dump it to Nair. And he got about 5 or 6. They're going to be 2 yards shy of a first down. 4th down 2. John Nestor, the extra defensive back, made a heck of a play.
Nestor did. Really coming out of coverage, coming downhill, making that play, saving a first down. Really good job by him.
The 10-3 lead. Buschini will punt it away. He's been busy tonight. This will be his 5th punt, 34-yard average. That includes a shank. He steps into this one. It's straight up and down. And Weegan will fair catch at the 14 of the Hawkeyes. From midfield to the 14. That's where the Hawks will put it in play when we come back. 36-yard punt. Hawkeye football is brought to you by Mid-American Energy. Always assume a down power line is energized. Stay far away and call 911. Get more safety tips at MidAmericanEnergy.com. They are not going to take a break, TV, nor shall we. 46 seconds to go, third quarter. Hawks are going to go with multiple tight ends. Single receivers, Gill and Seth Anderson's in the game now. Straight back to pass. A rocket over the middle, caught. First down across the 30-yard line. What a beautiful grab by Gill. He had to reach back behind him. He was out of position as Stratton threw the ball awkwardly behind Gill, and he paid the price, and he's still down.
That was a really beautiful route by Jacob Gill. They do a good job with him, motion him pre-snap, and just a nice, clean, deep over route, and really tough catch to make, and he made a really good one.
Malcolm Hartzog, the corner, wrapped up Gill and looked like he was wrenched the back or the hip. Well, he was in an awkward position. How tough is that kid to hang on to the ball? Looks like he's reaching for his left ankle.
He's a tough one. He's been really good for us this year, man. Hopefully he can get healthy and get back out there. But, yeah, it looked like his ankle got rolled up pretty bad.
17 yards on the gain. Jacob taking one for the team. He's been Iowa's primary receiver all year long. That's his 32nd catch of the year. He's caught 32 passes. Dayton Howard replaces him. So the Hawks have moved away from the shadow of their own goalpost. 23 seconds left to go, third quarter. Hawks wing tight ends either way. Caleb Johnson nowhere to run as he counter draws off to the left side, and he's dropped for about a 3-yard gain. Well, he is a marked man tonight.
Yes, he is. And
he is every week, but yeah, give Nebraska credit. Javen Wright, the linebacker, made that tackle, and that's the final play of the third quarter. Hawks have been unable to break Caleb loose, but 15 minutes of football remaining. Nebraska leads after 3 quarters by a count of 10-3 as the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular reminds you that on game days your hands are for cheering, not texting, because game days are built for the Hawkeyes. U.S. Cellular, built for us. This is Hawkeye football, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today or learn more at Deere.com. Your Iowa John Deere dealers, proud sponsors of Hawkeye football.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Let's break it. Claim based on calendar year sales.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Through 3 quarters, Hawkeyes have been outgained 267 to 65 in yards, but trail by only 10-3 as we go to the fourth period. Hawkeye offense really struggling against this stout Nebraska defense tonight, but Pat Anger, as we go to your Pat's Fast Stat, 15 minutes to go. Where do we need to improve?
I mean, pretty much everywhere. Defensively, we put us in pretty good position, field goal position. But you look at it, I mean, they're beating us everywhere. However, it's still a one-possession ball game. And we got the win right now in this fourth quarter. We're going to drive down. We're going to score. Now, Pat's world-famous stats are sponsored by our friends at IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union, where since 1934, we've been committed to helping our members reach their financial goals. With branches in Eastern Iowa, Western Illinois, and now in Des Moines, our Pathfinders are always ready to help you make a winning financial play. Start your path at ihmbcu.org, federally insured by NCAAF.
So the Huskers with 200 more yards of offense, 12 more minutes in time of possession. They've run 23 more plays. than the Hawkeyes, and yet it's a 10-3 game.
You know, I got a neighbor across the street, great guy, great hair. He's got a pool.
Great hair and a great pool.
He's a Nebraska fan, so he's used to losing games like this all the time. We win games like this all the time, so I love him. He's a good guy, but hopefully we can politely win this game and I can get invited back to his pool.
We're going to check in with Rob Brooks here if we can. If Robbie's on the horn, he had an update on Y.A. Black. Robbie, any further information?
Yeah, he's played a couple of plays, Dolph. Not 100%. He's still favoring that left leg. They did get a brace on, a pretty heavy brace to protect it, but he's been in and out of the lineup. And Jacob Gill, as you mentioned, walked off gingerly, is still in the medical tent.
Thanks, Robbie. Robbie's reports are brought to you by U.S. Cellular. So here we go. Caleb Johnson lost 3 on that wide sweep to the left side to end the third quarter. It's 2nd down 13. Let's see if Jackson Stratton can hit another pass play. Throws it behind Caleb Johnson. Caleb breaks through a couple people, gets across the 30. Oh, still going. Ran through a third one, still going. Cuts back to the middle. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Iowa. Touchdown, Caleb Johnson. How in the world did he do that? Stratton threw the ball behind him. The fact that he caught the ball was amazing. Caught it off his shoulder pad at the 30, got up to the 40. 2 white jerseys had him. He slid through them, had no blockers in front of him, and ran over 2 defenders, sprinting 70-plus yards from the sideline back to the middle of the field to the end zone.
I have no idea how that happened. Just a swing route. He got hit by 5 guys, hit 5 times. Ended up breaking them all, scoring a touchdown. That was absolutely elite. That was elite right there. Super impressive by Caleb Johnson. That's what big players do in these type of games.
The point after to tie the game at 10 is through.
Holy moly, Dolph. That was amazing, dude. Gosh.
I could look at that replay for a week. I mean, the pass was behind him. He reached up with his left arm, pinned it against his shoulder pad. So he's off balance when he turns upfield. Got a couple good blocks after about a 6 or 7 yard gain, and then blew through 3 defenders to the end zone. 72 yards in the end.
Holy, and I'm thinking best case scenario, we're looking at, hey, 3rd and 6. Best case scenario. He breaks that thing for a touchdown. Are you serious? Holy cow.
22 rushing touchdowns on the season. John Bullock, who's been the best player on the field defensively for Nebraska tonight, Ty Robbins. John Bullock had him wrapped up in a bear hug. Right there. We're looking at 3. He's got, and then 2 defenders come to help him, and they knock each other off stride. Caleb cut it back to the middle of the field, then outran the middle linebacker, Mekhi Bear, who's had a heck of a night too. But you put if a linebacker's trying to catch number 2, it's all over.
Yeah, I wouldn't. We try, but there's no way any of us linebackers are catching him. I cannot understand and believe that touchdown right there. That was amazing, Dolph. Holy moly.
The kickoff by Drew Stevens sails through the end zone. It's a touchback, and how the momentum has flipped. Listen to this sold-out house at Kinnick Stadium. It is decibel deafening. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. 10-second ID break. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye football. Play from scrimmage after the touchback. Raiola, nowhere to throw, runs up the middle of the field. Down he goes. Ripped to the ground, knocked sideways by Aaron Graves, and then fallen on by Ethan Hurkett, I believe, and Deontay Craig. No gain. Took a deep drop. Good coverage again downfield.
Yeah, great coverage. It was a mesh route. A lot of crossers. Our guys did a good job covering it up.
10-10 ball game. Hawks have caught Nebraska to start the 4th quarter. 14 minutes to play. 2nd down 10. 1 running back. They're going to run the draw handoff. Getting to the left side. Jumping through a little bit of a hole And then doing the rest on his own across the 30 to the 32 comes Dante Dowdell. Heck of an effort by Dowdell. Ethan Herkett saved the first down for the moment. I see Raiola lost the ball on that first quarterback scramble. Aaron Graves knocked it loose. And I'll be doggone if that thing didn't bounce back up into his midsection. Big break for the Huskers there. Dowdell then gets 7 off the left edge. It's 3rd down and 3. 32-yard line of Nebraska with 13:25 to go in the game and a 10-10 tie. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to run the draw handoff. No, Raiola keeps the football, gets the first down up to the 40. They fake the handoff to the tailback. And Raiola on a nice play ran right behind the running back who threw a good block, and he gets 8 to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it shouldn't get that much. It was, basically just a follow, just following the halfback. There's no way he should get that much on the inside.
Aaron Graves gets the tackle, tracked him down from behind. Huskers now flood the wide side with 3 receivers. Raiola will be looking that way. Now he hands off to the tailback, and he's swarmed under by Ethan Herkett. He had no chance. Herkett almost got the handoff. Dante Dowdell paid the price there. A loss of 1, maybe 2. What a play by Ethan Herkett.
Ethan Herkett's had a day, hasn't he?
He's had 2 weeks.
That's true. He's just bowling them over, making plays.
4 sacks and a tackle for loss there. 2 sacks tonight. 2nd down, 11. A loss of a yard back to the 39. Raiola. A little bit shaky right now. Calls for the ball. Here it is. Back to pass. Looks downfield. Nothing open there, so he swings it to the tailback, and he's necktied at the 37. That'll be a loss of 2. Castro wrapped up literally Emmett Johnson. What pursuit by these Iowa linebackers and D-backs.
And Sebastian Castro had to get off a block there, too. Had to beat a guy, hit him, make a tackle. You've got TJ Hall setting the edge. Really good by those guys over there. That's huge.
Loss of another yard. 3rd down and 12. 38-yard line of Nebraska. 11.5 to go in the game. Nebraska led 10-0 at the break. Iowa with 10 points here in the second half. Dowdell to throw. Hawks rushing 4. Here's the pass way over the head. Incomplete. Intended for Fedoni, the tight end. And the Huskers will punt it away into the breeze. Caden Nugent trots onto the field looking to make a play.
What I've been really impressed with is that's 2-man. We're playing man coverage right there on that. Locked everybody up. Much respect to our guys in the back end, and our guys up front really putting the pressure on Raiola.
Brian Buschini back to punt again for the 7th time tonight. He'll let it go from about his own 25. And he angles it over to the far sideline. Weegan with a fair catch at the 20. That's where the Hawks will put it in play, having scored 10 unanswered here in the second half. This all began with the missed field goal by Nebraska. After they drove 60 yards, and a bad snap from center forced a wide hook to the left. The Hawkeyes then recovered a fumbled punt at the 4-yard line, scored a touchdown, or had to settle for a field goal, and then Caleb Johnson with a 72-yard sprint to tie the game. 10-10, 3 minutes deep in the fourth quarter. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
In the heartland, where ambition thrives, there are those who are made and those who are made for more. Just like the Hawkeyes on game day, Kloss, a leading producer of ag equipment, unleashes the power of ambition in the field. Discover why our cutting-edge machinery and unwavering support aren't just a promise, they're a commitment to your success. Because at Kloss, we know you are made for more. Visit your Kloss dealer or CLAAS.com.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
It's a win-win this season at Buffalo Wild Wings. With any Hawkeye victory, you win 6 free boneless or traditional wings at a B-Dubs near you. So join us for all your favorite game day food and drinks, wall-to-wall TVs, and a crowd cheering on the black and gold. And, of course, 6 free wings for a Hawkeye victory. Go Hawks. Only valid at Iowa locations. Rules and restrictions apply. Visit HawkeyeSports.com/BWW for more information.
Cedar Ridge Distillery continues to be the home of Iowa's favorite bourbon with the original 86 bourbon whiskey. Not only is it always made with Iowa corn, but we let Iowa put its own stamp on the whiskey by aging it in non-climate controlled rickhouses. Make your next drink with Iowa's favorite, the original 86 bourbon by Cedar Ridge. Learn more at cedarridgedistillery.com. Cedar Ridge Distillery, Swisher, Iowa. Please drink responsibly.
10-10 football game. Iowa football, 1st and 10 at the 20 after forcing another Nebraska punt. It's been a punt fest tonight, a defensive slugfest. Nebraska with a 10-0 lead at the half. The Hawks erased that by early in the 4th quarter on the Caleb Johnson 72-yard miraculous run for a touchdown, which tied the game at 10. That scoring drive courtesy of Shields and Shields.com. 3 plays, 86 yards, took a minute 2. Johnson with his 22nd rushing touchdown of the year, adding to his own record. So the Hawks go with the lines down, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Here's the double reverse, the pitch, and running room for Seth Anderson. He's out across the 29, shy of the 30-yard line, and looks to be a yard shy of the first down. Logan Jones with a key block on the kick out. They faked the reverse to the wide side. Seth came back to the short side of the field. And Stratton did a nice job of pitching it to him. When you can't run up the middle, you got to get creative on the edge, right?
Yep, and Lester's doing a good job of that. Logan Jones blocked his guy into the second row. Pretty good.
Big block by the Hawkeye All-Big Ten center. 2nd down and 1. And nothing there as a handoff straight ahead. Doing all he can to get back to the line of scrimmage. Hawks are going to be short. I think it's Kamari Moulton who snuck in there, giving Johnson a breather. And he may have lost a yard. Let's see, 28-yard line. So big play here with 10:20 to go in the game. The Hawkeyes have 3rd and 2. There's just been nothing up the middle, and Big Nash Hutmacher and Ty Robinson have had a lot to do with that tonight for Nebraska.
They've been pretty impressive up front. They're big guys. They move good laterally, and let's move them around here.
Ostringa goes in motion. Huskers are rushing. Well, they have 5 on the line of scrimmage. Short gun for Jackson Stratton, and again they try the middle and no gain. Kamari Moulton nowhere to run. I mean, those big tackles are in the backfield as he gets the handoff.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
Boy, oh boy. Hawks are going to have to punt it away. That's too bad. 9 yards they got on 1st down on the reverse, and nothing after that. Well, we know how good the Iowa defense is. Give credit to Nebraska. Hawks ran right down the teeth of that defense for nothing on back-to-back runs. Here's a Reese Dakin punt that is fielded at the 21. Fair caught by Isaac Castaneda, and Nebraska gets the ball right back on a 3-and-out by the Hawks. Hawkeye football is brought to you by Pioneer, tonight's game sponsor. Pioneer brand Z Series soybeans. Put them in your field. Harvest will never be the same. Enter a new era of performance at pioneer.com/unleash greatness. Pioneer. Hawks have forced 1 turnover tonight, came close to getting another one. John Nestor is in the game at right corner in place of Deshaun Lee. John had a great fall camp, was #1 on the depth chart, then dropped back to 2. See if he can make a play here. Straight ahead running for Raiola and the Huskers, and they push the pocket across the 25 to the 28. That'll be a gain of 5 on 1st down. That big old offensive line for Nebraska paving the way for Dante Dowdell. Spot him just shy of the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Second down 3, 8:45 to go in the game. Nebraska trying to churn clock and take a shot or two downfield. 3 receivers, 2 by 1. One goes in motion. They throw a dangerous pass into heavy traffic. Raiola looked to the wide side. Nobody was open.
Pass is legal. Number 21 was in the area.
He was the only eligible receiver. He was between the guard and the tackle, and Raiola, I think he was just trying to throw it at his feet, but he kept it up there, and there was a Hawkeye who almost got his hands on it. Emmett Johnson was the intended target.
It almost kind of looked like they were trying to set up a screen there, and luckily Quinn Schulte ran it up. I don't know. It was kind of a discombobulated play.
It was a jailbreak from the get-go. 3rd down and 3. Hawks trying to get Nebraska in a 3 and out. Dowdell over the Raiola over the middle, just a safe pass caught for a first down. Nestor had single coverage on Jamal Banks, and he's a little sit-down route at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6, 1st and 10. Nebraska keeps the ball with 8 minutes to play in the game. Nick Jackson got to Raiola just as he let it go. Raiola's made play after play like that tonight. 18 for 26, 168 yards. And a fresh set of downs. Big hole off the left side. Big gain on first down for Emmett Johnson. That offensive line has gone to the run. And that time over left guard and tackle. Nearly a first down. A gain of 9 for the Nebraska run game. All the way out to the 44-yard line. Clock continues to tick. 7:25 to play in the game, or at least in regulation. Double tight for Nebraska. 1 running back, single receivers. Play fake to the tailback. Raiola hit as he lets it go wide open, and up beyond the receiver, incomplete. Well-designed play. Isaiah Nair was running free in space, left to right across the field, and looked like Raiola just put too much on that ball.
Yeah, play action, deep over. So you're running play action, so you're getting the linebackers to bite on that run, so you're building space between the linebackers and the safeties. They had him wide open. Luckily, he should have caught it, hit him right in the hands. Whew, we got away with one there, Dolph.
Looking at the replay. Oh, boy. That was easy to say the wind was playing with it, but I mean, just an odd reach for it by the receiver, Isaiah Nair. He's caught over 30 balls on the year. They get the first down, straight ahead running for Dante Dowdell, and the chains move again. 7 minutes to go. Yeah, right through his mitts as we look at the replay.
Sometimes it's hard when it hits you in the hands, you know?
It is. Well, I go back to that last Iowa possession, 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
And they run twice into the teeth of that defense and have to punt it away. Now Nebraska's got the ball and on the move. Y.A. Black is back in the game. Here's Raiola. Hands off to the tailback. And he crosses midfield to the 45-yard line. I mean, that's another gain of 8 on first down.
We've got to do better on first down. And our cutback, we've been terrible at cutbacks. We're overrunning everything from a linebacker standpoint, and not good.
They're running fresh bodies out there. Cohen Ontringer made that tackle on Dowdell, but he got 8. Second down. Got 7, actually. 2nd down 3. Y.A. Black comes out of the game. He's been nicked here tonight. 6 minutes to go. Boy, what a time-consuming drive for Nebraska. So far, 7 plays, 35 yards. They've used almost 3 minutes on this drive. Single receivers, 2 tight ends, and a running back. They run the draw handoff again. This will be another first down. Didn't need much. Emmett Johnson squeezes out 3. Sebastian Castro did all he could do to prevent the first down chain mover, but move it does. Iowa 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Hawkeye defense needs to make a statement right here.
1st and 10.
Nebraska moving into the wind, which has died down, by the way, considerably. We knew it would as the evening wore on. That was in the forecast. Nobody's left. The chill be damned. These two teams have heated it up. Raiola throws a slot receiver screen that goes nowhere, maybe a couple yards. Ja'Cory Barney was on the receiving end. Sebastian Castro had that play sniffed out. The throw was a little wide of Barney. He did a good job to grab it. Did get 2, maybe 3 to the Iowa 39. Either way, 2nd down 7, 4:40 to go in the game.
It was a great job by our guys in the back end, especially Sebastian Castro, who's been all over the field today.
Big play here, make him come up 3rd and long. This quarterback has made some big plays on 3rd and long, 3rd medium tonight. Couple tight ends, 3 tight ends. They run the reverse, and that's going nowhere. No gain. Great pursuit by Wampa. Deontay Craig slid out there, and of course Jay Higgins, as usual, comes out of nowhere, and Carter Nelson, the slot receiver, had no chance to turn upfield.
And that play was made by Deontay Craig, staying square, making sure that ball doesn't get outside of him. Really good job there, and everybody running to the ball, making a play.
Actually lost a yard. 3rd down 8, 40-yard line of Iowa. So here we go. 3rd down tonight. Nebraska 7 for 15. Barney and Banks are the wideouts. A running back. Ball at the 40-yard line of Iowa. Deep drop by Raiola. He's hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Delayed blitz by Jay Higgins, the All-American. Knocked sideways the quarterback Raiola, and the pass never had a chance to be completed.
Not surprised by Jay Higgins there getting in on the action. Really good job by our guys once again on the back end, forcing a tough throw. Even if he would have caught it, would have been a 1st down.
John Nestor had great coverage at the other end, but that pass had a chance to be completed. So Nebraska will try and pin the Hawks deep with 3.5 to go in the game. 3.5 to go in regulation, and a 10-10 tie. Iowa, Nebraska. Here's the snap, and the pooch kick headed for the far side of the field, caught at the 9 by Caden Weegan. So the punt by Bushini, he did his job, and now the Hawkeyes, who have struggled all night throwing the football, will take over 1st and 10 at their own 9 when we come back. 3:27 to play in the game. The Hawkeyes and the Huskers are in a 10-10 tie. We can all help prevent suicide. There is hope with the 988 Lifeline. Call or text 988 now. This is Hawkeye football from Wellmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At US Cellular, we believe in having healthy relationships with our phones, so we can have better relationships with each other. Introducing Us Mode, a way to set your phone for less distraction and deeper connection. So dinner can sound less like this and more like this.
What'd you learn today? The sauropod was the tallest dinosaur ever. Oh my goodness.
Visit US Cellular in-store or online, and we'll help set your phone to Us Mode, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, the 5G network built for us. See uscellular.com for details.
There are Black Friday deals, and then there are Kohl's Black Friday deals. Where else can you get 40% off Levi's, up to 50% off Sephora fragrances, and home favorites for under $10, all in the same place? And it gets better. You can score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent. Get 15% off some of your finds, and save even more with limited time doorbusters, like 50% off toys. Select styles. Offers end November 29th. Coupons do not apply to Levi's employees. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The noise is deafening at Kinnick Stadium, and it should be. It's Iowa, Nebraska. It's the Heroes game. Iowa hero Dan Marburger on the thoughts of many here tonight. Let's see if we get a little Marburger intervention here. Iowa has the ball 1st and 10 at its own 9 with 3.5 to go in regulation. 10-10 tie. Nebraska scored the first 10. The Hawks have scored the last 10. 10-0 at halftime. Hawks couldn't get anything going offensively. They're now up to 145 yards of offense. 318 for the Huskers. 4 first downs on the night. But an 82-yard breakaway by Caleb Johnson has Iowa back dead even at 10-10. Hawks had a 1st and goal at the 4 after recovering a punt, but had to settle for a field goal. 2 really good defenses having it out here this evening against the other's offense. And Jackson Stratton trying to guide this offense to another victory. Here's a toss sweep to Johnson. Lachey with a lead block. Caleb gets outside and rumbles up across the 10 to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on first down. Stay away from that middle.
They've been tough up there. And, hey, a way to get to the outside crack toss, and it worked perfectly right there.
John Bullock squeezed Johnson into the boundary line, so it's 2nd down and 5. Clock starts, 3:05 to go. Regulation 10-10 tie. Now Zach Ortworth, the youngster from St. Louis, in the game. They run a blitz. Stratton to throw, and he threw right where the blitzer left. First down up across the 22, Zach Ortworth.
Great job. 12 personnel right there. Really using our tight ends here. Good little spot route, little stick route. Great throw and catch.
Throw it right up the hash mark for 11.
First and 10 for the Hawkeyes at their 23-yard line.
Maybe a little less than 11. Either way, it's a first down. At the 23-yard line, Malcolm Hartzog was left one-on-one with Ortworth. And Jackson Stratton delivered a nice pass there. 5 first downs for the Hawks. Double tight for Iowa. Lachey's winged out to the left. They're going to go that way, and Kamari Moulton couldn't quite gather the pass in before he stumbled to the ground. He caught the ball. I didn't think Stratton overled him that much, but apparently he did. Kamari stumbled down to loss 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13 here at the 2-minute warning presented by Explore Minnesota. Winter is magical in Minnesota. From dog sledding across a frozen lake to dining in an igloo. Start planning your winter getaway. Visit one of the world's largest malls. It's the Mall of America. Catch a touring Broadway production. It's showtime in Minnesota. Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com. 10-10 tie. 2 minutes to go in regulation. This is Hawkeye football presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you get an HMO network that includes over 32,000 providers. Plus, you get support from a company that's been serving Iowans for 85 years. Now, those are some impressive numbers, and that's health coverage you can feel confident in. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
You're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes with Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Wellmark, here for every member, every moment. Learn more at wellmark.com. This is Hawkeye football from Learfield.
Leaders know there's no guide to greatness. When everyone else says something can't be done, they know it only hasn't been done yet. True leaders weather the fiercest storms and look deep within themselves to rise above and help others find their way forward. At Great Southern Bank, we're proud to partner with visionaries that help raise the tide for all of us. And when you're ready to bring your vision to life, we'll be right behind you with award-winning support.
Hey folks, there's nothing better than burgers, beer, and sunshine. At Burger Shed, we've got all that and more. Try the pork banh mi sandwich with kimchi and teriyaki sauce, or triple your fun with the BS Mac, stacked with 3 buns with our signature BS sauce and homemade pickles. Wash it all down with a cold local brew, and don't forget to soak up the sunshine on one of our 2 patios with lakefront views. The only BS you need is the Burger Shed. Burger Shed, Bass Pro Drive, Altoona.
Two minutes to go, 2-minute break, 2-minute warning is about over, and the Hawkeyes have the ball 2nd and 13. Their 3-yard loss by Kamari Moulton. Outside left on a short pass from Stratton, stumbled to the ground with the ball. Iowa has 2 timeouts remaining, Nebraska with all 3 of theirs. 10-10 game, it was 10-0 Nebraska at the half. Hawks with a field goal off a fumbled punt by the Huskers, and an incredible 82-yard touchdown run by Caleb Johnson. And the game is tied Hawks with the wind a ways away from a field goal try. Moulton is still in the game on 2nd and long, 2nd and 13. Quinlan and the crew at Tyson's listening in up in Monticello tonight. Here we go. 2nd and 13 out of the gun. Nebraska gets pressure. Stratton gets rid of the ball. Is caught the 26-yard line, short of a first down. But Addison Ostrenga, back from injury, hit hard by
Nebraska.
Hit hard by Isaac Gifford. Nebraska calls timeout with 1:53 to go. The Hawks will be facing 3rd and 8. Let's check in with Rob Brooks. He's on the Hawkeye sideline courtesy of U.S. Cellular. He has an update on injured receiver Jacob Gill. What do you got, Rob?
Yeah, Dolph, kind of the same scenario as Yahweh Black. He's been in a few plays, but they've mostly gone with Howard. He's trying to stay loose on the sideline. Looked like some lower leg type injury. So the good news is both Iowa players that have come out, went into the tent, have been able to at least play some.
Just their presence is important. Thanks, Robbie. Well, you know what? Go for those tight ends again. It's 3rd down, a long 7 for the Hawks. Ball at the 26-yard line. Ostrenga lines up left out there with Bowie. Seth Anderson to the short side of the field. Moulton still in a tailback. Here's the shotgun snap from Jones to Stratton. Deep drop, throws to the right side, and it is incomplete. I think that ball might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. Dayton Howard was the intended receiver. Looked like Ty Robinson got in there, Pat, as he has all night long.
Yeah.
He's been a one-man wrecking ball.
He's really impressive, man. He's done a good job, unfortunately, up front for them.
So the Hawkeyes will have to punt it away on 4th down and 8. Yeah, what a great stunt from inside, outside left by Robinson. So the Hawks need a big one out of their young, talented freshman punter, Reese Dakin. He steps into it, and he delivers. Fair catch back at the 19-yard line by Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. Reese Dakin has had a heck of a year. Timeout on the field, Iowa and Nebraska. 10-10 game. 1:42 to go in regulation. Nebraska has the football when we come back. This is Hawkeye football, presented by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield from Learfield.
Hey Iowa, it's George Kittle, tight end for the San Francisco 49ers and proud former Hawkeye. Life can throw unexpected hits, much like catching a pass over the middle. If you're facing struggles with drug or alcohol use, or even mental health challenges, take a time out and call Your Life Iowa. Just like my teammates are there for me, the Your Life Iowa team is there for you. Get 24/7 free resources or find treatment options at yourlifeiowa.org.
A message from Iowa HHS.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
White knuckle time, crunch time. Hawkeye defense try and come out and get the ball back for the Hawks with 1:42 to go in regulation. Both teams outstanding defensive performances tonight. Punters have worked hard. They've been busy. In a 10-10 football game, Nebraska led 10-0 at the half. The Hawks fought back to tie it at 10 here early on, late in the third quarter. Hi to Jake. Happy soon to be 50th birthday. Big Hawkeye fan. I'm going to send birthday greetings to my 14-year-old beautiful granddaughter, Ray Lynn, tonight. She turned 14 today.
Happy birthday, Ray Lynn.
Way to go, Ray. And I know what she'd take for a happy birthday.
About $1,000 from you.
Still have to wait for that.
You got it. I've seen your checkbook.
That's probably when I was buying you dinner again.
I appreciate that, by the way.
A Hawkeye victory would please her just fine, as it would all of us. Happy 50th to Jake. Mark, another vehement Hawk fan, just retired recently from the grocery business. An Iowa grad. Mark's been to hundreds of Hawkeye games down through the years. Happy retirement, Mark. Let's see if the Hawks can retire the Huskers again. Raiola has been terrific tonight. He's 19 for 29, 171 yards. He's got a 115 quarterback rating. Stratton's at 139.7 quarterback rating. He's taking good care of the ball thrown efficiently. Let's see if the Hawks can get the ball back and let him win the game. Hawks take a wide angle 4-man rush on Raiola. Good protection. He throws to the 25, and outstanding tackle by Nestor immediately on the receiver, freshman Carter Nelson. That's a 5-yard gain. Second down 5. Call it a 6-yard gain. Second down long 4. Clock running, 1:17 to go. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Huskers flood with 4 receivers, and Raiola doesn't like what he sees downfield, throws it to the tailback. Gets loose. The ball's loose. The ball came out. Who's got it? Hurkitt's saying Iowa. They're saying, the officials are saying Nebraska. That's all that matters. He fumbled it forward for a first down. Across the 30 to 31.
I got excited there, Dolph.
You sure did, and you had a right to. Sideline pass to the tailback, Emmett Johnson. Somebody got a scrape on the ball and pulled it loose, but he got on it immediately. Clock running, a minute to go in regulation. Raiola, when does he start looking deep downfield? Maybe now. Good protection. Has all the time in the world. Nobody's open. Throws it upfield to the sideline, and it is caught for a 9-yard gain by Jalen Lloyd. What coverage downfield by the Hawkeye secondary.
Really good. They did send some guys. He was looking deep there on that one, and really good job stopping him from going too long.
If Phil Parker dials it up here. Castro, by the way, pried the ball loose a moment ago, but the Hawks just couldn't quite get on it. Second down 2. It's a gain of 8 officially to the 38. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Overtime may be around the corner here, unless Nebraska hits a big play. They run a draw handoff and a gain of only a yard. Aaron Graves has been so solid in the trenches again tonight. He wrapped up Emmett Johnson for a 1-yard gain. Nebraska asks for a timeout with 35 seconds to go. 10-10 football game. As we tell you, Hawkeye football has been brought to you tonight and all season by Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. They know a quality coverage takes a great team. And with a Wellmark individual and family health plan, you'll get the coverage you need with the doctors you want. Find the right plan for you at wellmark.com/covered. This is Hawkeye football, courtesy of Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield in Learfield.
Are you ready to take a sweet trip down memory lane? Come on, let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Craving those fresh, oven-baked cookies like Grandma used to make? The Quickery's got them, baked with love and a touch of that old-fashioned goodness. In a rush? Grab a muffin for just $1.19. A perfect on-the-go treat. From glazers to cake donuts. Indulge at the bake sale. So what are you waiting for? Treat yourself, only at Quick Star.
Across Iowa, you don't have to look far to find a bank that's got your back. From just around the corner to the next town over, hundreds of neighborhood banks are going the distance to ensure your future looks brighter than ever. By providing jobs, supporting local businesses, strengthening communities, and helping your dreams become reality. Here, the life you build is backed by Iowa banks. See how banks are making a difference near you at iowabankers.com.
Last second strategies here. 10-10 football game. Nebraska, Iowa. Nebraska football. Third down. A little more than a yard from the Hawkeye 40. The wind is picked up again out of that westerly northwest direction. And so Nebraska's a long way from a field goal try, short of Raiola hitting a big pass play. But Phil Parker has drawn up a spectacular defensive game plan again tonight. They got 338 yards of total offense, but 10 points. Two of the best defenses in college football. This has been something to watch.
They both
Pat Anger, you got to appreciate this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we were talking about that game back in the day, the 6-5 game. Like, this is very similar.
Very reminiscent.
Some tough defenses, some tough guys flying around.
Playing surface is a little better tonight.
Yeah, I would assume. Lighting's a little better.
And Hawkeye great safety Brett Greenwood is in the house watching this. He'd make a play.
Yes, he would. Look for Schulte, number 30, to represent that 3-0, just like Greenwood did.
They go heavy. They want to get the first down before they throw it down the field. Multiple tight ends, one single wide out. They have 3 wide receivers in a diamond formation bunched just off the shoulder pad of the left tackle. So they've got everything in tight. Here's Raiola. They run a draw handoff, and the first down is complete. A little bit of a hole over right guard. Dante Dowdell ran through what daylight there was. And a fresh set of downs for the Huskers with a half a minute to go. Nebraska has 1 timeout remaining. They want to save that if they get to field goal position. Now, double slot, 4 wide outs and a running back. Raiola back to pass. He's hit. The ball came loose. The ball is out. Who has it? Max Llewellyn has the football. It should be Iowa ball.
Ruling on the field as the runner was down prior to the ball coming loose.
Oh, no. Boy.
He just did.
Oh, my goodness, Gary.
There was no runner.
Yeah.
The runner wasn't down. The quarterback had the football. That can't be. Llewellyn came in from the blinds.
Play is under review. Ruling on the field as the ball was loose and recovered by the defense, first down.
Wait. All right, it is Iowa football.
All right.
Where'd these guys come
from?
They're
the best. They're the best. If this lasts, they're the best.
Now they've reversed the ruling and given the ball to the Hawkeyes, but they're going to review it. I'm 8 stories away, and I could see Llewellyn coming in from the blind side, punch the ball out. Raiola fumbled it. It went to the ground. And Mad Max wrestled it away from him. There's no way that Raiola, that they could say he had possession of the football.
How come the clock shows 0?
Don't tell me he let everything run off.
Oh, they must, because they're initially saying he recovered it and then the clock would still continue to go, or what?
No. Once the defender recovers the football, the play is dead. He's down by contact. So they'll get that straightened out. There's no way there's zeros on the clock.
That's a fumble for sure.
Is this fitting for Nebraska, Iowa, or what?
I'm losing my hair, Dolph.
I mean, they were down to 33 seconds, if I remember, when they snapped the ball. What a play by Llewellyn. He's been making them all year.
Dude.
Scrapes the ball loose from Raiola, the young freshman quarterback. Raiola rolls over on Llewellyn. Llewellyn reaches in there with his right arm, scrums the ball away. Here's the best angle for it. He's cocking to throw. The ball is loose. Rule that the runner was down.
How dare they?
Give me a break. And that's the referee. He's right on the play. This is a no-brainer.
Correct.
No-brainer.
Holy moly. Mad Max Llewellyn. Gosh.
Now, the ball is spotted at the 35-yard line.
After review, the ruling on the film of a fumble recovered by the defense is confirmed. It's first down, Iowa. Please reset the game clock to 20 seconds. Please reset the game
put
clock.
20 seconds back on the clock. Referee Chris Coity, he's a West Coast guy. Chris, a longtime official in the Pac-12. What do you think how's he rating his first trip to the Midwest?
He's wondering why there's not that many points.
Jacob Gill's back in the game. Here's a straight ahead run for Caleb Johnson, and he gets 2. The line of scrimmage now, the 35-yard line, and with the wind, obviously they feel they're in Drew Stevens' range right now. I'd be much more comfortable with a 10-yard gain on this drive.
Right. Yeah, you think probably right here might take a shot-ish. You got a timeout, might take something on the seams. I don't know,
16 seconds to play in regulation. I mean, it's clear they're setting this thing up to where Drew Stevens wants it.
And Drew's got the leg. Obviously, he's just coming off a huge game against Maryland. He's got the win on his back. Dude's tough, man.
How about, remember the situation a year ago when they put meters in there?
Yeah.
And he crawled one over the crossbar from 40 yards. Drew Stevens was in a little bit of a funk. Kirk pulled him. And here we are a year later, the same scenario after a Nebraska turnover. All right, timeout over. Stratton's got the lines down. They hand it to Johnson again. He's dropped for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 35, the original line of scrimmage. Clock's running down to 3-2.
Timeout, Iowa, their final timeout.
Hawks use a timeout. This is going to be about a 53-yard field goal attempt for Drew Stevens. Boy, oh boy, you talk about pressure. They tried to get Caleb wide right, and all night long, other than the 82-yard touchdown run, Nebraska has had Caleb pinned down, and he ran it to the right hash mark, so that had to be where Stevens wanted it.
Right.
This win thing with the field goal kicker is a science anymore.
Yes.
It is amazing.
I failed that class, Gary.
I wouldn't even take that class.
That's smart. It'll be interesting to see. Nebraska still has a timeout. We'll see if they try to ice him here.
Stevens kicked a career-long 54-yarder last week at Maryland. This will be from 53 yards. Not a better snapper in the country than Luke Elkin. The hold by Nissen. And Nebraska does use its
timeout. Nebraska, their third and final timeout of the half.
Nebraska's third and final timeout.
What's good about that is it allowed Drew to get a kick in. So they snapped it. He was able to at least get a kick in. Looked really good. Looked beautiful right down the middle. So at least he's able to get a little warm-up shot.
This Hawkeye Heart Attack tonight has been brought to you by Hawkeye Village. Entertain your clients or employees at each home game at Hawkeye Village. Presented by Navigate Wellbeing Solutions. Village packages include game tickets, catered food. Visit HawkeyeSports.com for more details. Navigate Wellbeing Solutions, a proud partner of Hawkeye football, waiting for your call for next year's tailgating scenario. Here we go. Timeout over. The game comes down, at least in regulation, to this 53-yard field goal attempt by Drew Stevens. The snap, the spot, the kick is on the way. It is good. Iowa wins it 13-10. Amazing. Matt Rule and Kirk Ferentz talking in each other's ear. I can only imagine what they're saying. Somebody had to win it. One of these amazing defenses had to go down, and I'm happy to tell you it's an Iowa Hawkeye victory. The hex over the Huskers continues.
Marburger magic right there, brother. That's what a game. Outgained everything. Everything was their way on the stat book. Iowa finds ways to win those games. Every single time we're going to fight, we're going to win those games. Do never count